Hannah came to One Hand City to accompany her friend Emma, but once she saw the elegant ladies on the billboards, to be just like them became her earnest wish. That very night, she wrote to her parents she wanted to stay in One Hand City until she became a proper, elegant lady.
Normally I do the bit where I do a little fucked up music.
Yeah, well, get fucked.
The roles are reversed.
We're reversing gender roles.
I read the intro, I have the prepared bit, I have the good audio set up. What's happening?
It's my fucking birthday. I don't know.
It's true. Hello, and welcome to Soulmates, where we talk about all our favorite little guys and all our favorite little games. That's Ivy Fox. You can find her on Ivy Fox Start on co-host, and you can find the horror fiction podcast she's making, The Mad Bird, on your podcast app of choice. Joining her, as always, is Ash.
Hi. You were just listening to Ash. You can find Ash by taking a constitutional to your local park, and without gloves, mind you, just fucking shoving your hands into the dirt and rooting around a little bit till you find him.
You can't see it, but I'm nodding.
You can also find Ash on Ko-Fi at Asherlark. And joining us for the first time, it's Harry.
Hello.
Yay!
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 Also, it's my birthday.
It's Ivy's birthday.
It won't
Also,
be
it's
as
Ivy's
you're listening
birthday.
to this, but it's my birthday as we're recording this.
It's her birthday now.
It's my birthday now. Whenever you're
it's her
listening
birthday
to
now.
it, it's my birthday.
It's Ivy's birthday again whenever this
It's
goes
your
up.
responsibility to make sure that it remains Ivy's birthday.
And you can do so by following the show on co-host at soul-mates-podcast and using the co-host ask feature to send us a little ask that says, "Happy birthday, Ivy."
You'd better.
You fucking better, or we'll biting and killing and killing and biting.
And biting and killing and killing and biting.
And you'll die.
Our theme is by Sueños Electronicos, so you can find it at sueñoselectronicos.bandcamp.com. And our cover art is by Rygarden, who you can find on Instagram. This season, we're talking about the characters from Mahjong Soul by Yostar and Cat Food Studios, a blend of cute, appealing anime girls with classical Japanese Mahjong, in their words, not mine.
You did a really good job. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
If my side audio is a little bit fucked up today, that's because me and Harry are recording in person. And so what's going on is that my computer is all the way over there on the other side of the room, and then my mic is dragged all the way over to, like, the couch in the adjacent living room. And then we're sitting in front of this mic that is a condenser mic that is not to be designed to be sat in front of by two people. And it's just kind of a mess.
Yeah, sorry, that's my fault.
Yeah,
Ivy was like, "Oh yeah, you can record the podcast with us," and then I was like, "Just so you know, I don't own any recording equipment," and her scorn was palpable.
Well, the other thing is that if I bring Harry over to my apartment, she will buy me food.
That's also true, yeah.
You're so wise.
I know, I've got it all figured out. I'm truly a proper elegant lady.
I'm so excited. We get to talk about Hannah.
We get to talk about Hannah. Everyone has a visceral response when they see Hannah. Of various kinds.
They sure do.
They sure fucking do. And now we get to talk about it. This is, I will note that, like, Harry is here in part just because I like her.
Hey.
But also, this is our first expert guest episode, where we have an expert guest, because Harry used to professionally draw a lot of furry porn, and so is an expert on ladies of the fuzzy variety, if you know what I mean.
Yes, quite. That is my forte.
That's her forte.
So let's have a look at this one.
Hannah Nanomia's default look.
That's Hannah Nanomia? That's a different one, so just keep that one in mind.
Hannah.
This is Hannah's default look. See, listen, I've spoken about this before. We have done episodes on Nanaha Onodera, Hana Nanomiya, and Hannah.
And this isn't confusing at all. Everyone is having no
Isn't confusing at
problem
all.
keeping track.
Everyone's having a good time.
I'm having a good time. Hey, Ash, did you have notes on Hannah's character before we started? You said that you wanted to
Oh, did I have notes on her character? Oh, real quick, I didn't know this before I started looking at things for this episode. Me and you, Ivy, I know, think that Hannah is hot shit. Just one of the best characters in this video game. Love a chubby, full, furry, just full-on furry in this video game. But I did not know before before I started reading the voice lines here. I'm disappointed, but I'm choosing to not let it affect the art. The character decision to make her chubby is accompanied by a bunch of voice lines in which she talks constantly about how much she loves food and how she's like, oh, my tummy. And it's like, yes, you do have a cute tummy, but no.
No.
It couldn't be normal.
I only read the one voice line in which she was like, "Oh, I have to lose weight," and I was like, "Oh, well."
Yeah, I think I glimpsed one where she was like, "You keep looking at my tummy."
People in my tribe, you can touch the tummy if you're very close to each other. Player, you look at my tummy every now and then. Do you want to touch it? I guess you can, since you're someone I trust. In my tribe, only those who are very close to each other are allowed to touch each other's tummies.
I guess that's fair. She is a cat.
Yeah. Listen, it's very cute. It's also...
Yeah.
But, that's what I had to say about Hannah. Also, she's 16.
Yeah.
Which just has to be noted before we begin this episode, because I am going to be talking about how attractive her character design is. Sorry. That's just how it is.
Yeah. She's a fictional object and not a real person, but they simply didn't have to... They simply didn't have to do it.
They didn't have to make her 16.
They didn't have to make her 16.
No.
It doesn't add anything.
It doesn't add anything. She doesn't look inherently 16.
No,
this is not the
not.
face of a 16-year-old girl.
No, it's the face of a tiger.
It's the face of a
It's
tiger.
the face of a tiger.
She's not going to school,
She's not going to school. She's working. I guess what they were going for is that she's sort of learning to become an elegant lady or impressionable. I don't know.
But
I don't really care.
That at 24.
Yeah.
Lots of people...
I had so much faith in this character when released. I was like, I love this adult, chubby, furry woman, but, you can only have so much.
Yeah, I remember, this, fucking... was it her? No, it was her, but also Lin Lang. This happens a lot, in which...
Which one is Lin Lang?
Lin Lang is
Little dragon
girl.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Dragon girl who loved to eat thing. Who is also, like, infinitely old, but also a child because she's a dragon. And I just, like... Hannah was another one of those where we talked about this we were talking about her in a Discord server, that me and Ash both moderate now, I guess, for reasons. I guess.
Sorry about this. Sorry, our bad.
But, like, Hannah was another one where I was like, I can't deal with... We can talk about it a little bit. We can't talk too much about the fact that she's 16. Because otherwise the conversation with, like, a lot of people who are trying to be very, you know, and I understand why. First of all, just have upstanding morals, which I also have, but are trying to be, like, upstanding in a public space, are just going to be freaking out about this forever. And I was like, we can only talk about it so much. I was like, we can't talk about it too much. Otherwise, the conversation will just evolve into us talking about, and I just don't want that in this very casual Discord server. We can talk about it on the podcast, because that's what the podcast is for. It's for being upset about art. Yay!
Yay!
That being said, I'm getting over it very quickly in the episode, just because she's awesome, and there's no point.
Yeah.
So why's she got a veil?
That's her mask! She refers to it as her mask. I don't know why. This isn't clear, but she has some voice lines where she's like, oh, have you seen my mask? I don't know. Is it to make it look less like she's a tiger? Because I don't think that's working.
No, maybe it's to stop her from biting people.
Ooh, biting and killing.
Killing and biting!
Yeah. Because, like, she does seem to, you know, have trouble with the human behavior thing based on some of her voice lines. So maybe it's killing and biting?
Maybe it's killing and... This is a good theory.
And then the reason that she doesn't have the veil in her Bond art is because your relationship has progressed to a point where you don't mind if she bites you or kills you.
There you go. Or kills you. That's the right answer. There's another alternate answer where it's like, well, she's become a more elegant lady and she doesn't need the mask to keep her from biting people anymore. But it's better if your relationship has just progressed and you don't mind.
Well, it's like how sometimes you go outside and you see someone who's walking a dog and the dog has a muzzle on, but they wouldn't have a muzzle on the dog at home.
Right.
Because they can trust it, but other people can't.
It's a self-imposed muzzle.
Yeah.
But, like, not one that's particularly effective. The thing is that every time I look at it, the only thing I can think about her weird, stupid little mask / veil, is, like, that scene, in fucking, Knives Out Glass Onion, where they all show up to get on the boat, and the, like, prissy rich woman is wearing a mask that is basically just made of lace and is doing nothing, but still looks like a mask.
This is one of the best bits in Knives Out Glass Onion. I remembered it instantly.
It's very good. Anyway, one thing I need to note for later, because when a later Skin Will Look At came out, I got extremely mad about it, is that her face has a distinct shape, which is really nice for this game, and which that doesn't always happen. But she has little... I don't know if one would call these dimples. I'm going to tell you a truth about myself. A birthday truth. I don't know what the fuck a dimple is. I've done my whole...
The little indents when someone, like, there.
Okay. I don't know if it's
Harry live demonstration of dimples.
Yeah, Harry's giving me a live visual demonstration.
On this audio medium.
Everyone, bring your fingers up to your cheeks and sort of push below your cheekbones.
Yeah, there you go. Problem
and then you
solved.
can get your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your own.
Okay, she has like she has chubby cheeks. It gives her face a very distinct shape.
Yeah, it's very cute.
I
like that about her.
She has little chubby cheeks. They stick out from the side of her face. This is a very distinct part of her character design to me, that she has a face. It makes her look more like an animal, which is important.
She looks like an animal.
Yeah,
she just feels like an animal.
She just feels like an animal. And this is important. And also she has little fangs. This is important for later, because when they don't stop doing this, it makes me go insane. So just take notes. I hope you all have your notepad.
I'm also betting that she will be less chubby in some of these.
We'll see.
Well, we'll find out.
Anyway, I guess moving down the woman.
Yeah.
She's got.
Well, wait. I need to move up the woman real quick.
Okay, sorry.
There's some stuff. There's some stuff also near her face, which is great for me. 3 things. First of all, her ear cuffs, awesome.
Yep.
I love
second
it when
of all,
furries have piercings. It's great.
yes, it's the best, and they're like appropriately placed, and they're little cuffs, and it's awesome. These would be like, you know, cartilage piercings on a person, which is badass. Second of all, relatedly, I like her eye color, which is like pink and blue.
It's cute.
There's something, yeah. I mean, it feels very like cotton candy-y, but there's something about it which just evokes the trans flag to me for obvious reasons.
Yes.
And so I look at her pink and blue eyes on her very white body, and I'm like, and then I also feel that way about her ear cuffs, which is why I said relatedly, because she has a little blue, pink, and white.
Is it not transgender to
Is it
be
not
a tiger
transgender?
and live in the woods and want to become a lady?
Uh-huh.
I think this is fascinating because I like Hannah because of allegorically being a lady and wanting to go into the woods and become a tiger.
Uh-huh. Biting and
Indeed.
killing, biting and killing.
Biting and killing, biting and killing.
I mean, this loops back to a joke that I didn't get to make earlier because it didn't fit the flow of the conversation. But we were talking about how 24-year-olds can become proper ladies, and I was going to make the joke, yeah, that's just called later in life transitioning.
So true.
So
Third
true.
thing, look at these little hair clips.
They're really cute.
Yeah.
I like
She's
how
got
they
so many
sort of-
little designs of them.
Yeah, she has like 8. It's fun because it gives off the impression that she's trying different styles.
She's trying so
She's
hard. I love
Trying
it.
like 4. She's trying 4 different hairpins and being like, which of these do I like? Maybe just all of them.
I like
Maybe
how
all of
the
them.
fact that she has stripes in her hair makes the
Yeah.
hair clips sort of like seem like they're part of that.
And then she's just got so many accessories all over her body, like the cuffs and the hair clips and everything just give off a very strong impression.
Yeah, she really I don't know, but she's also kind of got a sort of similar thing to like, and in part because if you think about it long enough, they're kind of like weirdly similar character concepts. No, they're kind of the reverse of each other, but it's funny. She reminds me of our thoughts on KR 976. 967? Did I say it right this time?
976, yes.
976. Where she has a lot of little bits and bobs and bits and things on her. She has so many fucking bracelets. But this is like, as opposed to, you know, some characters in this game which have a billion bits and bobs and it's the most annoying shit I've ever seen in my life. This just like makes sense to her. Like she really gives off the vibe of like walking around this fucking city. One-Han City. We're all familiar with One-Han City.
We've been there. We know
Occasionally
where it
called
is.
Ichihan City.
And you know, she's just like, she just walks through like a fucking mall or like a fucking like weird little craft market, and she just like grabs bracelets and grabs little charms and things and sticks them on her wrist and sticks them on her body, and it's like, ooh, the human experience. Getting little bits and bobs. I'm really doing it. And it's very charming.
And she is.
I
Good
also
for her.
really like, I don't know, I like how this hair is drawn. It's really
Yeah.
nice. It's kind of abstracted. Like it's not trying to look like fucking, you know, it's very blobby in a very pleasing way.
Yeah, I like the loops that extend out. From
Yeah.
her.
I kind of can't tell how long it is, and that's fine. I guess it's really long.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you don't register it necessarily as being really long because it blends into this shape that her tail is making, and it's the same color as the rest of her, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I like it.
Speaking of which, I really like, if we scroll down a little, the like squared off end of her tail. That's really satisfying
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah,
It's quite good.
one thing I need to take note of, because so that we can get mad when they stop doing this later, and also so that we can get mad that they sort of like fail. She's one of the most animal people in the game, but they still, even in their partial animal people, they still kind of fail to do this sometimes. But she's very textured in a pleasing way.
Yeah.
This is where we have to just be like, fucking, This is a character who is said to be 16-year-olds, but also this is a image that is, exists devoid of context.
This is an image, and that is a number on this website.
Yeah, exactly. The artist has really put in the pains to add a lot of just like fuzzy texture to every single part of her. One cannot escape it. Her tail looks so... like, it looks like her tailbone is very thin, and it's just 90% floof. And I just want to, like, put it in my hands and floof it around.
Absolutely.
It's just, like, it's deeply, deeply appealing. And it does that without doing all that much. Like, it's not excessively... It just has a little bit of texturing there, here and there, and it really, really works.
It really does. The tuft at the end is like...
Yeah, it's insane.
I just want to scrumble it.
Yeah, you just want to fucking scrumble it.
I need you to go to mahjongsoul.club/content/default-Hannah and look at this image, dear listener. If you never look at the images, I need you to look at this one and just, like, zoom in on it and, like, zoom in on these little bits of shading, like, by that last flower on her tail, those little, darker marks that just give it a little bit of texture. And then up further by the other flower, there's, like, some little marks in the center that give that sense, like you said, that there's kind of a tailbone that's in there, but mostly it's just fluff. And then, like... all of it's in the line work too, but I really like it in the shading that you just get these, like, if you look at her tummy, then you get these little,
you can really see it
bits
on the
of
tummy.
fluff.
You can really see it on the tumming. The tumming?
The tumming.
The tumming.
Our favourite part of the woman.
The tumming.
The tumming.
My favorite 1980s prog rock album. But you can really see it on the tumming. It's like the shading is very subtle, but it's so effective in making it look like like there's fat, and also like there's fur.
Yeah.
And it's so texturally pleasant.
It's phenomenal.
Like two of my favorite things.
Much more so than the tummy of my actual cat, which is like dark coloured, but with these horrible light naked patches where each of her nipples.
Oh no!
I can't believe
Hannah
you
would never do this to you.
I can't believe you would do this to Yam live on air. Just fucking coming on and, like, out of nowhere, fucking, like, for no reason, just fucking roasting Yam. Jesus Christ.
I was just looking at this picture thinking like, oh yeah, I would want to scrumble her tummy, and then I thought about the cat tummy that I do scrumble most often, and it's this ghastly nipple experience visually.
Message to Yam. You have a ghastly tummy.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Savage.
Savage.
Just fucking rip her apart, won't you?
She's Siamese, so it's like she's dark on the underside, and it just looks like she's wearing a bikini. It looks like her pubes.
She just keeps going. She just keeps doing it.
I'm sorry. Anyway, this one's much more visually appealing than that.
Jesus Christ.
So true.
Yeah.
I mean, one last thing. It's just, like, when we did our episode on Lin Lang, we talked so much about how being a furry is about sort of a tactile, textural experience of sort of animalistic... It's about existing in a body. And then they just do such a good job. We complained a lot about how Lin Lang's tail just looks like it's limp and dead, and there's nothing hanging it up.
It looks like it's made of rubber.
I mean, even if you remove the tail from this image, they've done a really good job at posing her in this way that's like, you know, it's a little unstable, but it feels dynamic and personable, but you add the tail to it and it's got this little bit of balance, and then it feels lively, and they've done a good job, and there's all of this fur texture that just feels good. This is a body. It's awesome.
It would feel really satisfying if she smacked you with that tail. Like, you know, if you were standing near her and she was excited about, I don't know, a bangle, and she just slapped you in the face with it, you can imagine what that would feel like. Just looking at it.
I will say, though, the flowers on it do bother me a little bit. They're the one element of this design that I really could leave.
Yeah.
I don't care about them.
I feel like another bangle on the tail would have worked better.
Maybe so. But I feel like it would fall off. It would have to be, like, pinched.
How do you feel about her top?
I like it.
I think it's cute.
I like the red.
I also like it.
I like where the red pattern goes into the, like, zigzagged cords with where the loop comes off the sleeve. That's very cute.
I love that it's a one peen. She's got the one peen all over. It's nice.
I like that it doesn't like have separate shirt pockets for each of her tits.
Yeah, no, it's like it works like an actual, me looking down at my own boobs in my own shirt. It works like an actual shirt in which, like, there is tension across both of the boobs.
Yeah.
And, you know, like how shirts work.
Yeah, like how shirts
work.
I
like that it's, you know, has been cropped. It's tied off. It's nice.
It's cute.
She's having a summer vacation.
Yeah.
Vacation's where I want to be. Buddy on the beach where the sun is free.
It gives her this sense of agency in her, you know, appearance that's, again, like, in her little bangles and all of her ornaments. She also, you know, she modifies her shirt. She makes it into a little crop. She's doing a thing. She's doing it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, and I'm partially saying this so we can talk about it later, but it's like, you know, it's fun to watch her kind of like fail to be an elegant lady, and at the same time sort of genuinely understand the physical experience of wearing clothes, where it's like she's wearing what, like, should probably be like a fairly elegant top, but she's like, man, this is fucking annoying, and it's hot, so I'm gonna tie it off. And she's wearing these, like, shorts, or she's wearing, like, maybe pants originally, but she's
it's hard to tell if they're cutoffs or if that's fur.
I think they're supposed to be cutoffs.
I believe they're supposed to be cutoffs.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether or not they were longer shorts or they were pants. She tried wearing them, and she was like, this is a bit too tight. Do I need this button? And like, do I need all of these shorts? Can't we just sort of rah them down a little bit?
I like to assume that the reason it stays up even though the button is undone is that there's another button at the back to, like, keep it on above her tail.
Yeah, the tail button.
Yeah.
The tail button.
Like, she's got a tail hole and it buttons up above it.
The fucking shorts button being undone is a thing that made people really mad, and I understand.
I mean, I get it, but I was gonna compliment it because they didn't then give her V-lines, which they would do.
Yeah.
They totally
also,
would
like,
do that.
I get it because I've been there, you know? Sometimes you just need to unbutton your pants.
Yeah, she's just like, she truly feels like a body.
Yeah.
She's just like fucking, her tummy's a bit, you know, she fucking bought these shorts off the rack because she doesn't know how to be a person. I just feel like an animal. And they were a little too tight, and so she was like, okay, bop.
All right. We'll live with it.
One thing that does bother me here is that her far arm is longer than her near one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit distracting.
I also kind of like her left hand, the one that's extended towards camera a bit. I don't like looking at it, but I do like looking at her right hand, her right hand is sort of like curled. The fingers look a little bit shorter, and it's sort of curled inward in a way that, like, sort of accurately. A while ago, me and Ash were talking about this a lot as we were talking about furry art that I was commissioning. But in that it looks both like a hand and like a paw. And then her left hand is a bit too much like a hand, and it freaks me out. I don't like looking at it.
Yeah, and it's not a very dynamic pose for it, you know? Like, it sort of looks like it's almost like like a sort of come with me sort of gesture, but it doesn't quite hit it. And
it's like half extended.
Yeah, it mostly seems like, speaking as someone who has done this myself, they just sort of weren't sure what to do with it, so they just kind of put it there.
Yeah.
It would probably give her a more, like, dynamic sort of posing if it was a come hither and she was, like, more actively, like, reaching towards the screen.
Come with me to the craft fair, and I'm going to buy more bangles.
I can hold so many fucking bangles. I love her little notebook.
Do you think she writes how to be an elegant lady in her little
absolutely.
notebook?
This is just like KR976.
It is. It literally
where
is.
She's just like she's taking notes. She's like on vacation. She's like learning how to like be in a new culture and be a new kind of person. And so she's like she has her little notebook, and when she adorns it with just like a bunch of fucking stupid shit. This one peen fucking ornament on her notebook. I need to not look at Audacity too much because I'll think too much about how fucked up the audio is going to be for this episode.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. The one peen ornament on her notebook is like, it's too big. Like, it's too big to comfortably be an ornament, especially attached to a thing that you're going to be like picking up and moving all the time. But one can totally imagine her looking at it and being like, wow, it's so big. None of the other ones are that big. That's so cool. I have to get it. And I don't know, whenever the art, like, gives me space to, like, project little stories upon it, I know that I'm, like, literally a professional writer, and this is part of my job, but, like, some of the art just, like, doesn't do this, and I really appreciate it when they do.
Speaking of which...
Like, some of these bracelets look handmade, and some of them are obviously just, like, made of rubber, and those are, it's fun to think about, you know, etc., etc. Harry.
Yeah. Speaking of both the notebook and projecting little stories onto things, one thing that I was wondering about when we read her little blurb is that it says that as soon as she arrived, she wrote to her parents. Now, in her voice lines, at one point she says that in her tribe, they don't use words like humans do. They just sort of go rawr, and they all know what they mean. Which begs the question, when she wrote to her parents, did she write gra ra ra, ra gra ra, ra ra? And they were like, wow, our daughter's grown up and she wants to live in the city and be a lady. Moreover, is this notebook also written like that?
I hope so. Oh my god.
Oh, wow. I can imagine that it might actually be like a sketchbook. Like, it's sort of like the way that I'm imagining it now is that, like, she sketches little things, and then she has little arrows pointing at those things, and then attached to the arrows is just like, rar? Grar, 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 grar.
You have to assume, yeah.
One has to assume.
Like when she's going to have the time to learn to read and write. When she's busy learning how to be a lady. She's got more important things to do.
I just wanted to mention...
Mahjong, I guess.
Like playing Mahjong. I just wanted to mention how much I like this one-peen ornament I love its little ridges.
Yeah, they look really satisfying.
I do want to put it in my mouth.
Yes.
Yeah. It gives
like,
me a really visceral, textural experience. It's like a poker chip in my head. It is the same, like, material as a poker chip.
I like the idea of biting into it, and it's, like, made of one of those sort of, like, hard, chalky candy things. And it, like, breaks apart in my mouth like that. And I also like the idea of biting into it, and it's just made of hard plastic, and I just get to bite it. Arr, arr, arr.
I was actually
I hope so.
imagining that it was like one of those rubber keychains.
Ooh, also possibly true.
Right. This makes sense.
There are many
All
universes
of
for
them
this
sound
one
good to
pin.
bite.
All of them. Shout out to biting.
Shout out to biting.
You know what? Frankly, and killing.
Yeah, this
And
episode's
killing.
sponsored by biting and killing.
And killing and biting.
This episode is sponsored by biting and killing. I love every time that they find a legitimate reason. I've accepted that in Mahjong Soul they're gonna put a little thigh strap on a character, and I understand. I know. I get it. They're gonna do it. They have to find a way. But I appreciate when they give it a reason to exist.
This time, at least they didn't make it, like, dig into her thigh.
It's true. She just has this little fur, around
Yeah.
it.
It has a little
Which
indent
is
on her fur,
really
but it isn't
pleasing.
like fucking like choking her fucking circulation and giving her cancer.
Yeah.
And then Ivy goes on a 10-minute PSA about how underwire bras give you cancer because they ruin the circulation in your boobs, a very important circulation area.
Should we talk about our little feetsies?
Oh, please.
Wait. But wait, sorry, Ash. What is your reasoning for her to have this thigh strap, though?
Notebook.
Is the notebook
Holster.
Yeah.
Wait, no. The notebook is clearly attached on a golden chain to her hip.
It's like a wallet chain. You keep the wallet in your pocket, but you still have a chain that attaches it to your pants.
Yeah, I
Or in
guess.
this
You keep
case,
the
your
notebook on
garter,
a holster,
your
but you
single
still keep
garter.
a chain.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still keep a chain to attach it. It's cute.
All right. Okay. I love and trust you.
Thank you.
She has really good paws. They're
She has
very
really
cute.
good fucking feet. I love that she has this little ankle bracelet. Sometimes I'm mad about this, and I can't be mad about it now. It's very cute.
It's really cute.
These are great looking little. These really I can't believe they don't credit artists anymore. I want to know what.
Me too.
I want to know what fucking Chinese furry artist drew this piece of art.
Please,
Same.
please.
I love her little claw slits. That's so
Yeah.
cute.
The classic. I love that there's this little suggestion of a paw pad on her left foot.
Yeah.
Just like a little bit.
But it's also like fucking. She also has heels. They turn the sort of like fucking
The thumb.
The thumb. Thank you. Words. They turn the little like thumb into something that like also kind of looks like a heel, and so one can imagine her both comfortably like walking on her paws and kind of like walking like a person on her heels.
Yeah. Plantigrade and
That's her heel.
digitigrade.
That's not a thumb.
Well, it's not a thumb in this image, but like, on furry art where you go all the way up the foot and then there's a thumb
Do
on the joint.
tigers not have thumbs here?
Not on the heel.
Not on the heel? Okay.
No.
Some animals do.
It's more like it would be further down. The dew claw.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I'll have to re-examine the entire way that I draw furries, but that's okay.
Get fucking owned, Ash.
I'm sorry.
My bad.
Don't apologize about owning Ash. That's what this podcast is about.
It's not. I own the podcast.
Yeah, no, they're good feet. You as you said, yeah, you can imagine her walking either animal style or people style on those.
And it just depends on whether or not, she's here to be a lady or she's here for biting and killing.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. She gets a little bit of both, I think. She deserves it.
A little bit of both.
So
She
does.
deserves everything.
Before we leave this image, how do we feel about her finger beams?
I like that they're different colors.
Yeah,
I like that she's
I like
got
the,
this.
one pink bean.
Yeah, this happens with. I don't think this happens in the type of patterning that she actually has, but it is a thing that happens with cats.
Yeah, and it's cute.
With like not white spotting, but it happens in like cats with I don't remember at this point. Color point, maybe? I don't.
This is normal.
Torties.
Yeah, I mean, Basil, my rabbits don't have paw pads, and if you think rabbits have paw pads, go die in a hole.
Yeah, for real. Pay attention.
Pay
Look
attention.
at the rabbit.
Just look at a fucking rabbit for once in your goddamn life.
Sorry.
Oh, I forgot. I wasn't trying to read you specifically. I forgot.
I once drew an image for Ivy that had paw pads on a rabbit, and I'm sorry, and I didn't mean it. Wait, did I? I don't remember anymore.
It's fine.
I might have drawn an image for Ivy which had paw pads on a rabbit, and I'm sorry, and I repent.
That's okay.
You're forgiven, but only because it's my birthday. Any other day, and I would
Strike
kill
you down where you stand.
Yeah. I'd
Death.
sink my teeth into your throat and go, "Grrr," and that would be the end of you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, while we're being pedantic about animals, I feel it's worth noting that in real life, white tigers only occur through deliberate and unethical inbreeding.
True.
Uh-huh.
Fact.
But since she's an anime girl, it's probably okay.
Cute and appealing.
Cute and appealing. Don't think about it. Don't think about it.
Don't
Don't
worry
think about it.
Really? No, I shan't say.
Oh, fascinating.
No.
I love it when Ash doesn't say things. It's always the most interesting. Because Ash is so willing to say so many things. So many fucked up, evil little thoughts. That when there's a thought that Ash shan't say, I'm like, ooh, now this is a thought that I want to know. I'd like to buy her a drink.
Uh-huh.
Well, moving on to emotes, I guess.
Let's go!
This first emote is unusual for a first emote. It's not just like a picture of her in a neutral pose. It's just like a picture of her fucking hand.
Yeah.
Let's go!
Good stuff. I think
It's
it
her
would have-
right hand.
And it showcases the aforementioned single pink bean, which is fun.
Uh-huh.
I do think it would hit better if she had a palm pad instead of just at the fingertips. Like, it looks fine on the actual art, where her hand looks more human. But in this emote, it's more paw-shaped, and it looks weirder that there's nothing on the palm.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, I appreciate the dedication to art consistency, I guess. It's
yes,
like
certainly.
they have a lot of cat paws in this video game
They
with
do.
you know with full paw pad.
And, like, don't get me wrong, I think this is a terrific emote.
Uh-huh.
I'm making my hand do this in real life.
Yeah.
I'm extending my claws.
Speaking of consistency, I do genuinely really appreciate, this is very striking to me, even though it's very normal. I really appreciate that this is her right hand, and it has the bracelet that she has on her right hand. And I'm like, wow, you just did such a weirdly good job. You genuinely didn't have to do that. And nobody would have cared ever.
No,
But
they wouldn't.
I
but-
care, because that's the fucked up little thing that I did.
Yeah, we would have cared.
Mahjong Soul doesn't know about soulmates. At least I fucking hope not.
Sharon knows.
Sharon knows. That's true. Sharon knows.
Bless you, Sharon.
But fucking anyway, this emote is great. I guess we should describe it because that's the thing that we do.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a paw raised in the air, and there's like action lines coming off of it. That's basically it.
And it's got the claws.
It's got the
Are
claws.
out.
And this is like so many things all at once without that like variety ruining it. It's hello. It's like it's a wave. It's a hello. That's my tile. It's I'm going to maul you to death now. And it's very excited no matter what. So it's got that through line.
From biting and killing, we've got clawing and killing.
Attacking and maiming.
Attacking and maiming and attacking. It doesn't flow quite as well. But
It doesn't flow the same way, I understand. Attack, kill, maim. It's just got an overall excitable energy, which is
You're
correct.
really excited to wave hello or take that tile or claw someone to death.
all three things that elegant ladies do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Elegant ladies do this!
Elegant ladies do this!
So true.
Who up in
Elegant
the
ladies,
club
5
doing
simple
this?
tricks. Do this!
5 simple tricks. Wave hello. Call a tile. Slash. Biting. Killing.
And this
Slash,
is an emote
pierce, blunt.
or an
Shut up.
image, but I feel it's worth noting that she has a sort of a paw animation for the hand in the game that
Yes.
She
seems
does?
to come with her. Yeah, it's a special white tiger paw.
Yep. I believe that. I believe it's not even separate from her.
Yeah.
Just if you pull her, you get a Mahjong hand that is her white tiger paw, which is kind
You
of nuts for
do?
like a standard character that you can pull from the normal gacha. Yeah, I believe so.
It's a really good
Harry,
hand.
do you know this because you have her?
No.
No.
Harry
Sad.
Every time I play someone who uses her, I see it and I'm like, God, I wish that was me.
Man. Well, I
It's
know
like-
that some characters come with these, but usually they're, like, marked on the main page. I was just looking at Lily Kitahara's page earlier, and it was, like, all the decorations which are associated with her are on that page, but they should put the white tiger
Yeah,
on
that's
this one, if they have it.
That's because all the limited characters have, like their special effects that come with them. But she's just like a normal character, and she just comes with a thing. It's wild.
It's a
Awesome.
really good hand. It's like the cat paw one, but it's sort of visibly chunkier and it's got claws on it. It's very cute.
Unrelated, small story. Friend of the podcast, May, was recently, I think this was May, was recently telling me a story about how, they were playing against someone in Mahjong Soul who I think might have just been using, like, default Ichihime, but they had the, like, Fox Girl limited character winning effect, and so every time they won a hand, an entirely different character would appear on the screen and do a little animation. And this is just amazing to me. Video games.
Wow.
Video games.
We need to move on to the next emote, I think.
Yes.
Sorry.
Hannah's second emote, also fantastic. I can't start speaking about it without just expressing my joy at
She's so
seeing it.
cute.
Look
at her little teeth.
her. I know her happy face. Her eyes are closed and she's happy and she's grinning underneath her veil with her 2 little fangs out. And she's got these yellow, triangles coming out from her that are really excited and cheerful. She's got her little paws up next to her shoulders, and she's like, she's ready. She's excited. She's going for it. She's happy to be here.
And I'm happy she's here.
And I'm happy she's here.
I appreciate that they're in some small way healing my heart, in the fact that fucking they have fucking Miyuki Shirogane from Love is War, and he's wearing the cat ears, but he's not doing the cat paws thing. She's doing the cat paws thing. She's doing the nya hands. And this makes me pleased. This is what you should do when you're a cat girl and you have a positive feeling.
So true.
This is just the law.
You
there's
have
a lot
to,
of
yeah.
there's a lot of like really nice. This is just pleasant to look at. I think that they can. Somehow they managed to make all of the shit on her look decent at this small size. Like, her necklaces look decent, her bracelets
I
are
was thinking
simplified
the same
to
thing.
the point where they look nice. The hair clips, which could be really annoying, work really well in this image because they flow into the excitement marks.
Yeah.
You know?
They do that in other emotes in the set, is they position the hair clips in the right way to make them look right with the rest of the emote, which is very pleasing. I don't feel as positively about them as I do about the necklaces and the bracelets, just because they have this harsh outline, which is a little bit, a little much for me.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
They still blend into, like we were saying when we were talking about the main image, they blend into the stripes and the hair plenty,
Yeah.
and so, it
I
doesn't
feel
look
like-
wrong. It doesn't look distracting.
The blackness of the stripes makes the outlines on the hair clips not bother me.
I understand
That's fair.
both of you. I understand where you're both coming from. I'm mostly just paying attention to the way they flow into the fucking thing. It's really nice. It's very visually pleasing.
It is, yeah.
I love her little teeth. You're so right,
Her
Harry.
little teeth are so
Her little
important
teeth
to
are
me.
driving me insane. Fantastic.
Really good.
And I
She's
just like,
so
this is going to be
excited.
true for most of these emotes, but I just really like the way that the sheer veil mask thing sets the kind of color gradation in the image. I don't know, there's something about it which just feels right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
She's just like, I don't know. She's really like, they're doing a fun little thing of like, in this image, she really, despite everything, despite like her very conspicuous like necklaces and bracelets and hair clips and stuff, she really just like looks like an animal who's really excited to see a thing that she can eat.
Yeah.
And I really like that. It really serves the whole thing. It's good. It's really good.
It's really good.
The emotes look the most like furry art of anything.
Absolutely, yeah.
Uh-huh. Moving on?
Yep.
Okay, Harry, do you want to describe this one?
Okay, so she's got her little round hands spread out. It's sort of from the waist up. Her hair is sort of like, it's not in the pigtails. It's sort of jagged out behind her. And she's sort of got her eyes closed, angry eyebrows, mouth open and a snarl. You've got the upper fangs and the lower fangs, and it's like she's yelling and snarling. Grrr!
I can't look. I really like her face. I can't look at her back weird, and I can't look at it for too long without thinking about how back weird. Like her, and also, her tummy too small and her back weird, and she's just kind of a noodle. Her body is just kind of a noodle, and it's weird. But like, I really like this face.
Yeah, the face is really good.
What I like about this one is, I love, extremely, this is an animal expressing an emotion, top fangs, bottom fangs, real shit.
Yeah.
The hair clips are positioned in just the right way to make this look angry / frustrated. But I also like that there's an interpretation of this where she's just woken up. She's got the little tears in the corners of her eyes. She could look like she's stretching.
Yeah.
Big yawn. This is why I kind of am fine with weird back, is because it looks to me like she's stretching out her back.
When you take it like that, the pose of her body does make much more sense.
You brought it back a bit. Do you think that? Do you think that in this pose, do you think that she could successfully scare off a bear?
If it was a chibi bear,
Absolutely.
Okay, she's got it figured out.
Yeah.
I'm now
She's got it
keeping
figured
notes.
out.
I'm now keeping notes on which characters have bear frightening emotes. Emotes in which they're frightening off a bear.
I really like in this one that like the far curve of her mouth like comes around like the top of her little snout.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a
She's an
kitty
animal.
cat. She's an animal.
She's
It's
an
a kitty
animal.
cat.
She got her chubby cheeks. I'm not pointing it out in every image, but she's got her chubby cheeks in this. This is very important to me.
Yeah.
I love that. She has unique face shape. Who has unique face shape in this game? Very few. So it's important to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I also meant to say, this is unrelated, but I also meant to say about the color of her eyes is that the other character who has eyes like this is Lin Lang. And I wonder if this is a thing that they do in their sort of like internal visual language to indicate being sort of like a mystical animal person, but like a very animalistic animal person as opposed to just like having animal ears. Because Kaguya-hime doesn't have this, but both Hannah and Lin Lang, who are somewhat more animal than like Kaguya-hime and Ichi-hime,
They have these dual tone eyes that kind of the color bleeds into the sclera.
And it's just like visual motifs in the game overall. Anyway, moving on.
Fun.
I think it's
This one's you.
It's my turn. In this one, she just feels like an animal.
Yeah.
In this one, you're about to die. There's probably a specific word to describe this particular like shape of eye, but her eyes are very wide and very black, and her nose and mouth are just kind of like a little cat mouth and nose, and are very closed and flat, and she's just very still, and she has like a dark blue background, and she is just staring. She's just staring at you. She's just staring at you. She's just staring at you.
She doesn't even have
Hunting.
any eyebrows in this one.
She
which
doesn't
I
have any
really like.
eyebrows. She has they've stripped a lot of the human off of her face for this. It's just like a little cat face staring at you.
Hunting.
Really good.
This
One's great.
It reads really strongly as hunting, biting and killing and killing and biting to me.
Yeah, that's why she's got
but
to
I
wear
also-
the mask.
That's why she's got to wear the
Yeah,
mask.
she's got to wear the mask.
Uh-huh.
Also because of the last emote in which she's biting and killing.
Hunting and waiting and hunting and waiting and waiting and hunting and hunting and waiting.
But I understand also that as a functional emote in Mahjong Soul, it could read as like, blank stare, mild, like, shock, surprise in a kind of, humorous way.
This one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's very like, what? Hold on, what?
It combos so well into everything. It works as a standalone, and it also combos, like, you can do this into happy emote, and it's like, it throws people off. You can do this into angry emote, and it's like, I'm hunting and waiting, and then I'm biting and killing. You can do this
into claw, and then it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you can also just, like, fucking reachy and just spam this emote, and just, like, make people really upset at you.
This is the true mental game.
This is the true Mahjong Soul is an emotional game. It's a game about emotions and communication.
It's Hannah-3, the fourth emote.
The fourth emote. I don't have a lot to say about this one. I love that
it's just good.
She just becomes so much an animal in this one, and it's so
perfect.
good.
Wow.
The fifth emote, Hannah-4, the fifth emote. I remembered this bit, and then I got a chance to do it, and now I'm insufferable again.
I love to be insufferable.
Yes! Forward facing. Once again, she's got her little paws up, just in the bottom of the image, pumping her fists, really excited. She's once again got these action lines coming in from the outside. They're golden, and her eyes are just gleaming stars. Her mouth is open and she's drooling. She's ready to eat. She's ready to bite and to kill and hunt and prowl and eat.
Sorry, the page won't load for this one, so I'm just zooming in really tight on the main page.
It was a good description. I could have envisioned it while you were...
Mm-hmm.
I love the little bit of drool here. Really does everything for me.
It really does.
It's like...
It separates it from the regular happy emote. That's what you need.
Uh-huh.
This one is hungry.
This one is... she sees you. She sees you. And she sees you a little bit too much.
You combo stare into this at the end of your torture time.
Uh-huh. Yep, absolutely.
I
Go.
I really like that even at this scale that the top of the veil goes up a little bit over her nose.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
We
Well,
can't-
it's got to protect her from COVID.
We can't forget the snout.
Uh-huh.
Can't forget the snout in these tough times.
They sort of forget about this in some emotes, which is weird. But I like that in this one, they maintain and really draw emphasis to the black lacing holding her shirt together. I like this because it adds to the feeling that she's sort of like exploding forwards and is barely restrained. And she's so happy to see you and eat you, consume you whole. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, 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 yum.
So true.
God,
You know,
editing the
six-
audio of this episode is going to be hell. That's fine.
I'm so happy birthday.
Thanks, babe.
I also like how in this one they've done the stripe on her forehead, or I guess on her hair, as sort of like, instead of the like almost Batman shape, it's sort of jagged at the edges. It makes her feel again like she's barely contained.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's a nice kind of like it's bewildering whenever an emote in this game I look at it and I'm like, wow, good art. But like this does a really nice thing that I really like, which is that it's like it's almost symmetrical. It's almost symmetrical, except for a couple details, like her ear cuffs and her fucking the stripes in the background are not quite symmetrical. And her hair clips are different sizes and colors slightly. And then notably the drool. And
Yes.
this really does such a... First of all, it's just pleasant to look at. I love a thing that's almost symmetrical. It's just pleasant to look at. But it also just really like draws attention to the drool because it breaks that symmetry, even only very slightly. And, you know, it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good. Will this one load?
Yeah,
I believe.
there we are. There she is.
All right, Harry, you take this one.
Okay, she's sort of like tilted forward slightly, like almost as if she's just been bonked on the back of the head with something. Instead of eyes, she has two sort of crooked spirals and a giant sweat drop by her ear. And she's got a sort of woggly mouth, slightly open. It's got that hint of the snout at the side again, which is cute.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a white background, and she just looks like she's perplexed, thrown off, confused, bewildered, perhaps even.
Bewildered.
Dare I say confounded?
Bamboozled?
Exactly so.
Bamboozled.
This
This is good. I have nothing to say about it. This is just a good picture of Hannah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. She's cute.
She's cute.
She's cute.
This this one is kind of like, it's very funny in how like there are suddenly Looney Tunes cartoon elements to this. I guess the shiny eyes were kind of that, but like the spiral eyes and the sweat drop have a very kind of like, they do this a bunch, but suddenly parts of this are kind of like hand drawn by a 6-year-old with markers. And this is charming.
I would use this all the time.
Me too.
Uh-huh.
This is, again, you stare into this, and it's like, you know, trying to figure out what you're doing, trying to figure out what you're doing, trying to figure out what you're doing. I got no fucking clue.
I got no fucking clue.
Focusing really hard on being
Yeah,
human
yeah,
and doing
yeah.
human things until you get tired.
Uh-huh.
She's just,
I've just been really tired.
She's just exhausted from not biting and not killing.
She is! It's so hard for her.
It's so hard. It's so hard being an elegant lady.
She's just a little animal.
She's just an animal. Oh, poor Hannah. So true.
Poor Hannah. Next.
Next.
You.
I know about me.
Oh, it has to load.
It's my birthday.
I forgot that you're doing this on your shitty little laptop, and so I was expecting you to start immediately, but then I remembered.
In this one, her eyes are blank in a different way. Her eyes are just white with like a thick black outline and like a single little eyelash. And it's
Innocent.
It's very cute. And she has this kind of like little kitty smile. You know, the little wavy W shape. And she got this like big question mark over her head, and her head is like tilted a little bit to the left, her left.
God, I hate directions.
I don't know why
too.
I don't know why I insist on doing it from the character perspective, but it's just like
It's
have
your
to.
birthday.
It's my birthday. It's because it's my birthday. I think this might be because of acting and thinking of everything in terms of stage left and
Stage
stage
left
right.
and stage right.
But, yeah, she's just like, she doesn't look confused is the thing. Like, following that last one in which she was confuzzled, perplexed, overwhelmed. In this one, she's like, this one she's not waiting and hunting and waiting. In this one, she's just found like an amusing little thing, and she's like, a what? A who? Uh-huh.
Actually, it's
She's
funny
alerted.
you should say that, because my first thought on seeing this is that she is hunting and waiting, but the prey that she is hunting and waiting for has just walked out in front of her, and she's like, why would you do that?
She's like, what?
Are you stupid?
This is what you do when someone just like fucking deals into you for no reason. It's like,
Yeah.
buddy,
This
your numpad is right there.
This is a Metal Gear Solid NPC, like, in the grace period that they give you before they properly notice you, but you're right in front of them.
The thing that this reminds me of is I was at a friend's house today, and he just started telling me a weird little story. He just started talking about on Ontario jays, which are corvids, and so they're insanely smart. And they cache a lot of food very early in the season, and then they don't have anything else to do because they're so smart that they're very efficient at caching foods and never forget their food caches. So once they cache all their food at the beginning of the season, they have nothing to do, but they're really fucking smart. So if you're walking through the woods in northern Ontario, sometimes an Ontario jay will just follow you around and just watch you, and not for any reason, just because they're corvids and they're just bored because they've already done all their work for 3 months, and they will literally just like fly from tree to tree, just like watching you walk through the woods as like their little fucking telenovela for the day.
Hell yes.
And this is kind of like, that's what this emote is to me. Is she's just kind of like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Hey, what is this? What are you doing? What are you doing?
This emoji is literally, oh, what's this? But in the least horny way possible.
This is like the kids that I watched during my summer job, who, God bless them, I only had so much energy and they were elementary schoolers, but, you know, whose favorite activity was to ask me a question and I would answer it and then they'd go, why? Why? Why?
Yes,
Why?
exactly. Yeah, that's her.
Until I eventually went, I don't want to speak to you anymore. To, like, a 6-year-old. It's my lowest point.
This is how you figure out how to become an elegant lady. You go up to any lady and you go, you point a thing and you go, why? Why?
Why? The Socratic method.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness.
The, Hannah-7, the 8th emote, I don't know how to describe this one. She's, bowing and / or just collapsed. She's got her hands out in front of her. She's got her head bowed. She's got 2 little sweat drops. And she's got like a little action line that indicates to me that she's bowing in apology. Her tail, I love that her tail is in this emote. It brings me great joy. It's down. And then her, like, big, stupid pigtails they don't know how to draw in these emotes are, like, just splayed around her in a way that makes it impossible to tell what her body is doing.
Yeah, she's just kind of, like, consumed by her hair in this in a way that I honestly really like.
Yeah, same. It
but
makes her
if you look at it with, like, your eyes, crossed, she just looks like a big cat.
Yeah, she's just a creature. You can't tell she's got any clothes on. This is just an animal. And, like, her paws are, like, extremely poor mode. Her hands, I mean. Like, though they just drew paws.
But also, yeah, she's doing this very human gesture. But she's, like, fucking...
She's properly apologizing.
She's properly apologizing, but she can't do it without looking like a little animal.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just like, it really understands the brief. I don't know. It just really gets it. I don't, I just don't express weakness in this way, so I don't know when I would probably use this more for, like, I'm overwhelmed than I'm apologizing.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I need to lie on the
it's
floor
pretty
for
good
a bit.
for both,
Yeah.
but mostly I just like it as sort of like I just like how this is drawn. It looks really fluffy and nice, and I want to put my hands in its weird little cartoon fluff.
Yeah, you want to, like, reach down and, like, ruffle her fluff.
I just
to
want to
reassure her for whatever she's
I
apologizing
just want to put
for.
my hands in there and have it be like an infinitely deep well of fluff.
Yeah. The lion from Steven Universe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I snapped the rubber band I was playing with.
No! The
The
podcast toy!
My podcast toy. My
I need to get
non-hard
myself a
so it
silent-
doesn't make a loud sound podcast
Yeah,
toy.
exactly. I need to get a silent podcast toy. Well, you've inspired me, but you've broken your rubber band.
I'm still
Fun
playing
game
with
with this emote. I know where the ears are in this image. Do you?
Yes. Just above her paws.
Just above her paws.
Ah.
It is fun to think that the, like, tufts of hair that are up at the top of, the image are where her ears are, though. It isn't, but it is fun to locate the ears. I think it's funny. They've went to the trouble of including them, but just in this weird little way.
Yeah, well, the trick is that they're round,
Yeah.
Because she's a tiger.
Because she's a tiger.
Rawr.
Rawr.
And yeah, I love that the tail is just fucking, like, drooping.
It's really good.
And if you look at it too much, you start thinking about how does the tail come out of the shorts. I guess we answered that already.
Don't think about it.
It's via the tail button.
Yeah.
The tail button that exists.
Tail button, of
Yeah.
course. We're all familiar.
They haven't showed us it exists, but it's the only reasonable conclusion
We know.
to come to.
We know. We understand. We understand this damn video game better than they ever do. And sometimes I think that's true.
Genuinely true.
It's the last emote.
She's, like, leaning away from the camera slightly. She's got a paw up in front of her mouth. She's smirking. She's looking sideways towards the camera. Her, like, eyelids are lowered. She's giving you a shifty look. She's sort of snickering at you.
This is the only emote that has, like, a hint of her actual eye color in
I was
it.
gonna say, yeah, like all of the other ones, there's been some other stuff going on.
They went to the trouble of either not drawing her eyes, or giving her cartoon eyes, or closing her eyes for basically all of the emotes except this one.
Not that these aren't cartoon eyes, mind you. Those are very cartoon eyes.
True. And they're hardly, like, sometimes in these emotes they just do the whole damn thing. They just do all of the details that are on the main image and shove them into the emote. And they're certainly not doing the whole damn eye here. It's not pink and blue and, rimmed around the edges. It's just little pink.
I think part of the reason why that is, why she has, like, eyes in this one, is that this is her at her most human. This is the most human she's looked out of any of the emotes.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
she's like, it's not like cats don't express this emotion all the time.
They do.
But, like, she's expressing it in a very human way, in this very kind of, like, ooh, I'm a gossipy little sort of, gossipy little guy. And it's almost kind of weird after so many emotes of her being such a little animal. But, like, it's kind of fun for that, is that, like, having this brief glimpse into, like, fucking, I don't know. She's also a person.
Yeah. Although she still has got her little snout and her hand is a paw here.
Very paw. Yeah. Fully paw.
And she's laughing. There's little laugh shake lines. I love a little colored background on this one, too.
Yeah.
The slash of gray.
Yeah, it makes it look like she's sort of moving into a shadowy space to
Yes,
have a
exactly.
private snicker.
I like her eyebrows in this one, which express to me a hint of pity.
Yes, yes.
She's like, oh, isn't that so sad?
And I like
Not an
how...
elegant lady.
And I like how, another detail, God, fucking A. Rawr, 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 rawr. I can't talk. But I like how her hair clips, her left set of hair clips are more horizontal than her right set of hair clips. As if she's like raising an eyebrow with her hair clips.
Yeah, it's
and
really good.
it's very subtle, but it's really good.
Yeah. Man.
Good set of emotes.
I can't wait to feel mixed about the next one and feel bad about the last one. Yay! It's the podcast.
It's okay. They hit it out of the park, and they can never take this from us.
They can
They can't.
never take default Hannah away from us.
Oh, she's so
I
cute.
will show happily default Hannah to people who are, like, skeptical about the quality of the art in this gacha game, as they are right to do. But I wish to, like, Hannah and Fuji are my go-tos, where I'm like,
Oh,
no,
wish-
listen.
I wish we knew who drew this.
Me too!
Yeah. I'm so fucking mad. I don't know why they stopped doing it, but it makes me so mad.
I need to send them an email.
Yeah. I need to email them. Sometimes you can find out. There's sort of like a famous thing that happens in Yu-Gi-Oh! Where like Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't credit a lot of its art. Because Bandai Namco are just fucking bastards, because they're Bandai Namco. But like, sometimes artists will go on Twitter and be like, wow, look at this new Yu-Gi-Oh! Card. Isn't the art really nice? And people attribute artists based on this. They can't say it, but they can give Yu-Gi-Oh! Free promotion and be like, I really like the art on this card. I'm really happy for whoever drew it.
God, I'm glancing over at the computer and the jagged shape of my cackling. My God. What have
It's
I
good.
done?
I love the shapes of the sounds.
God, there's so many good episode titles in this one. It's gonna be hard. 5-minute break?
5-minute break.
Yay, 5-minute break.
Woo.
Well, I guess we're gonna cut it off at the point where Harry goes, so that we can keep that in the podcast.
Really
I
important.
didn't think about doing it, it just came out.
Good.
Just
That's
feel
the
like an
energy we're
animal.
cultivating.
Yeah, I just feel like an animal.
I just feel like an animal. I've been really tired. I'm in a lot of pain.
A lot of pain.
人間の言葉難しい。やっぱし集落で一族のみんなと話す方が楽だ。ワンド語の言葉だば、ガルルルルル、ガオーガオガオーってなもんだべ。
I'm fucking terrified that your pre-prepared bit hasn't happened yet. But, you know.
Oh, don't even worry about it.
Okay, I'm stopping thinking about it immediately. Are we ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right. It's Bond Hannah. What? She has an actual. It doesn't say the thing because she has a. She
What
has
the
a
hell?
line.
What the hell?
What the fuck?
Having you
What the
look
hell?
at me makes me anxious, but I
No.
need you with me. What should I do?
Ash, I need you to say it anyway. It's my birthday. I can't deal with this break
Yes.
routine. I'm
Yes.
gonna die.
Anything for you. Obtained by making a bonding promise with Hannah.
Oh, I feel like I can breathe. The universe has righted itself. Anyway, this is Bond Up Hannah. I keep wanting to say Nanomiya. It's just baked into my throat. Unrelated. Although she does have
Unrelated.
flowers.
She does have flowers. The flowers I didn't like very much in the first one are now creeping up her weird little headband. But she's also doing, like, flower arranging,
She's
so I don't
also
mind.
doing flower-based activities.
Yeah, she's doing lady shit.
She's doing lady
She's
shit.
doing lady shit. She's got a little water pan beside her, and then this little cloth that she's laying out all the flowers on. This is so much more of an activity than like 90% of Bond Up outfits are, which is just like them.
Oh my God!
located-
Pads on the underside of her paw.
I know you can
Oh, that's really good.
All right, let's get it together. Let's get it together.
Sorry. I was so.
You mustn't
overcome.
apologize.
Oh my God.
It's a natural reaction.
Um,
She's got pobs.
she has these weird fucking hanging things behind her that I don't have anything to say about, but they're fine.
Yeah, they
They're
add
hanging
some
on a
depth
branch.
to the image, I suppose.
They're hanging on a branch.
Yeah.
I can't really tell what's going on, but that's fine.
Yeah, she needed a background.
I love how her face looks in this one. It just looks fantastic. It's just like such a cute little cat face. She's got her chubby little cheek looking so nicely. Her eyes in this one I like a lot better than her eyes in her default, because there's like, she's smiling and she's happy to see you, but there's also like a weird, like, fucking animalistic fury to them. Like, she's not, her eyes look genuinely not quite human in this, and the way that she's looking at you looks genuinely like towing the line between, like, you know, elegant lady and biting and killing, and that's the whole thing, and good job.
I really
Good
like
job.
the slightly darker grey on her nose. That's really
Yeah, I was
cute.
gonna say,
Like,
it's
sort
got
of-
this just little bitty line
Yeah, it gives
to
her...
demarcate the snout.
Yeah, it gives her, like, otherwise anime girl face a little more kitty cat depth.
Yeah, it like pops. It's like a real face that has shapes that go in 3 dimensions. It's wild.
People,
Yeah.
all you need to do is draw a single line.
Yeah, all you need is one single like light gray rectangle, and you're all good.
Yep, fantastic. Looks great. No notes.
I don't know how I feel about her. Like, she's got this weird fucking like laurel, like fucking halo around
It's
her head.
weird.
It's weird.
No, she's not wearing this. This is I put my foot down here. This is not part of the outfit to me. It is part of the background. I accept that she's wearing that tassel. I accept that she's wearing the, like, you know, the flower and the other bit of blue fabric, the laurel. No. This is not, I can't with this. It's in her emotes, and I hate it. I can't stand it. It changes the shape language too much.
Yeah.
She can't be haloed. What the hell? This is fucking weird. I don't like it.
That's fair.
I'm in agreement.
It's so much better if you just look at the little, you know, the little hair pinning.
Her ears look really nice here. Her ears have a lot
Exactly.
of depth. I want to like put them in my hands and scrunch them around because
Like-
they look really fluffy and full.
For the most part, her stripes aren't really concerned with tiger realism, which I think is fine. I think that works well with her design, especially for the emotes and stuff. They sort of have the exact right amount of stripes to sort of communicate that she is a tiger, but it doesn't get in the way. However, I do really like that they made sure to do the white spots on the back of the black ears. That's a primo tiger design element to me.
The hands in this image are the most hands of, you know, these are way more hand than her paws in the previous image.
Yeah, but
I don't mind it all, mostly just because she's doing an activity which involves, like, you know, dexterity. And so if you're thinking about this as sort of, you know, I know we made a joke earlier about how she's comfortable enough with you that it's fine if she bites. But if you think about this as, you know, in the intended way as an evolution towards being an elegant lady, you know, this kind of hand dexterity and thus like a finer shape to them makes sense to me.
Yeah, I also really like how the claws look at the fingertips, especially in
Yeah,
the hand
they're
holding the
protruding a little
flower.
bit. It's good.
They're very cute little claw fingers.
Very important thing to me that I now look at in every single image we look at. I feel like her boobs look relatively comfortable in this.
They do, yeah.
do.
It's really important to me that boobs are comfy. The comfort
She's
of the boobs.
well supported.
She's well supported and like also looks nice, and I'm happy for her.
Her tummy looks comfy as well.
Yeah.
Like both in this and the last one. I know there's like, I can understand the complaints about her undone button, but both in this picture and the default one, she's, you know, she doesn't look like she's being restrained in the belly region, which is nice, I think. I also love her neck fluff. That is
Yes.
so
the little
cute.
tuff in the fucking whatever this
Phenomenal.
spot is called.
Controversial opinion, or maybe not. The cleavage fluff is also doing it for me. It's
I
just
love
great.
the
I really
cleavage
like it.
Listen, I didn't want to be the one to say it, but yeah, I like the cleavage fluff.
It's so
cleavage fluff is great.
so awkward. I love it.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, uh-huh.
She just looks... Don't think about it too much. She just looks fuzzy and soft, and it's so appealing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I know that as we've discussed, she is 16, but also she's not real, and her being 16 has no real bearing on this design. But, like, there being fluff at the cleavage makes you think, you know, like Ivy, you said about how furries are about being tactile and the experience of being in a body and so on. It sort of invites you to think about what it would be like to touch that fluff, to sink your hand into the fluff and the cleavage.
Uh-huh.
You know? I think cleavage fluff is good and important.
Uh-huh.
It is.
And fur and warmth.
Exactly.
I will say, in regards to the tummy in this image, I can't look at it for too long, because instinctually the sort of shapes of this image make me comfortable, make me, like, really pleased with sort of the way that she's portrayed. The fact that she's, like, you know, in this kind of knelt position, and everything is sort of got these round, nice shapes, makes it instinctually feel like she has the right amount of tummy, but if I look at it for too long, she's got too much rib. And it, you know, it's like, oh no, but I mean, it's alright. It gives off the right impression, I just can't look at it in the image for too long.
Where's the rib?
Like, the roundness of the tummy doesn't go all the way up in the same way that I feel like it does in the first image.
I think part of that might just be the shape of the hair.
You might be right.
Oh, yeah.
I'm choosing to believe that.
Oh, yeah. There is something...
I'm also choosing to believe that. You might be right.
Okay. There's
It
something
looks
like...
better on the other side, like through the sheer fabric, so...
Uh-huh.
Speaking of the sheer fabric, I really like the way they drew that at her elbow, where the way it goes out further than the actual meat elbow underneath it. And
That's
the,
a complex fold they've drawn.
Yeah. And like the translucence. It's really nice.
Okay, Harry, you can talk about the foot now.
Oh, I really like the paw beans. They're very cute.
They're big. They're big, and it's nice.
Yeah, they make you feel
You can also...
Sorry, go ahead.
I had to realize this as I was looking at the image, but that's, you know, she has her heel there, and then the paw beans start. At first, like, I didn't notice the heel being there, and I thought it was just, like, beans all the way down, but part of them were covered. But no, it's, like, that's just her whole foot. It's drawn nicely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It makes me...
very real and physical.
Yeah, exactly. And the sort of... the, like, thickness of the pads make me feel a lot better about the idea of her walking around the streets of the city with no shoes on in the first picture.
She's like a hobbit.
Yeah, exactly. She's protected. She can deal with the asphalt.
I do feel kind of weird about this fucking, like, gold bangle fucking, like, weird just on the foreleg brown
Yeah,
like
I don't know what's with that.
I don't know what it is.
This would be very uncomfortable to sit on.
Yeah, it doesn't really go with the rest of the outfit.
Yeah, I don't know why this color is here. Like,
Yeah.
not the gold. I would be fine with just the gold.
If it was just
why
the bangle.
Brown? Why this brown stocking? Like, it's not an appealing and sexy color in the way that they try to do stockings, whether they succeed or not. I just don't understand why it's there.
It would be fine if it was blue.
If it was blue, it would at least be
yeah.
something. I just don't... It looks like, I don't know, maybe this is what it's supposed to be, but I have no fucking clue. It looks like she's wearing, like, one of those, you know, like, sort of semi-translucent, like, flesh-colored stockings that you can go buy at the store, except she's just kind of, like...
She's a tiger.
She's just kind of, like, picked it down to just this one bit.
Yeah, and also
funny.
she's a tiger.
And also she's a tiger, and so it's not the color of her. And I just don't understand it.
No. Speaking of colours, though, and more positively, I do really like how the like, gradient of her hair, the two little curls of it down at the front of her, how they go from lighter grey down to black. That's nice.
It's cute.
It is.
I like that this is a classic thing that they do. And they love to do it in either direction between these two colors. I like, before she was wearing a red outfit, and now she's wearing a blue outfit. And
This is their favorite thing.
This is their favorite thing. I think it is often red to blue, because red is sort of like the standard character color, and then blue's a little bit more regal and a little bit more sort of refined, I think, in their sort of color language, as I pick up on the color language that this game uses. But they love to do red into blue, and they've done it here, and it looks... I'm reasonably fond of it. I like her a little bit more in red. I think it's a little bit more... But I understand that here they're doing something a little bit softer, and that, that works.
It's a nice shade of blue.
It's a nice shade of blue.
It is.
I like the... like with the default outfit, the blue is as, like, little accents on a white garment. It's nice.
Yeah. It's all of her outfits are very planned to sort of blend in with her skin, with her fur, which is very, it's very nice to me. She's just a little animal.
She's just a little animal.
It's time for tail appreciation hour. Big old tail.
I love the
big old tail.
I love how fluffy it is, but I don't like the position. It looks sort of just tacked on. It doesn't match the rest of her pose in the way that her tail does in the default picture. In my
Disagree. Listen, if you think about it, it's too big. It is the size of her whole torso. It's too big. It's behind her, and it's just too big. I get it. I understand. Viscerally, big old tail.
Oh, no, I have
big
no
old
problem.
tail.
I have no problem with the size of it. I would love it to be this size. I just think that it would fit the picture better if it was, like, curled round, like, on the ground with maybe the end
Absolutely
flicking
not.
up a little.
Mustn't. Absolutely not.
No? Okay.
No. Standing up, big old tail.
I can't believe they're having
This is how it needs to be.
They're having a fight on my birthday.
Yeah. I mean, I can concede that, like, I can interpret this as, like, she's lifted her tail in, like hello, because
In
you've
greeting,
just
yeah.
arrived, yeah. But, I don't know, I think it could do more for the depth of the image. I feel like the stuff on the floor around her has a very pleasing sort of perspective, which... honestly, I will say is not something that is always like a necessary talent for people who are being hired to draw anime girls.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's why I don't think it needs to add depth to the image, because she's seated in this, like, shockingly perspectival way. Like, if I could change anything, I would just, like, select it with my little lasso tool. I would make it slightly smaller, not much. I'd make it, like, as tall as, like, her eyebrow line, probably, at its highest point. And then I would just shift it to the right a little bit.
I think I can sort of meet both of you halfway. I see what Harry is saying, whether, like, intentional or not. I associate this kind of, like, shape of tail with, like, a Halloween costume tail, where it, like, goes up and it curves out in this particular, like, sort of stiff right angle way. And also it just, like, doesn't... It's not expressing anything. It's not, like, pointing at any useful direction in the way that it is in the default art. And so I would maybe consider just still having it go up, but, like, inverting the curve almost.
So it's going inward?
Yeah.
So that instead of going up and then curling down, it curls down and then goes up, and then the end of the tail is pointing up. And then it forms this sort of, like, exclamation mark of, like, oh, it's you. I'm happy to see you. I'm pointing my tail up in the air because I'm excited to see you.
Yeah, no, I could get behind that. I think one of the issues that I have with the tail as is, and which sort of contributes to my feeling of it being sort of tacked on, is that it sort of obstructs the window in the lock of hair that's over the top of
I
it.
I don't care about that. I don't.
I do.
I like that you can see it through the lock of hair and the texture of it continues.
I think that you should be able to see like half of it to like emphasize that, you know?
I like that it blends into everything. Like, I don't know. I like it like this. I do.
I'm kind of with Ash here. I like that it's like visibly behind other parts of her. It adds more depth to the image. I kind of don't know what you're getting at, Harry, but that's okay.
Fair enough.
Sorry, not to roast you.
No, it's just, it's the same shade of grey. It doesn't, you know, it pops less. I like the bit at the edge where there's like a little gap. And I think if we had more of that gap, it would be good.
I can understand.
Brief aside, just to mention that her little one-peen motif is on her sheer garment. If you look on the left where it is on the mat that she's on, you can see it's laying on the ground there. It's one of my favorite details in this image. It pleases me very much.
Fascinating. She's growing orchids. Love an orchid. Shout out to orchids.
I also love the little tassels at the end of the sheer garment. With the flower design and the beads. Very cute.
The little floral design carrying all the way through is so pleasing to me. I know I disliked the flowers in the first iteration, but this time it's a whole theme and it makes me so happy. And it's just like, I don't know, they put florals in a lot of these. I feel like this image reminds me a lot of Fuji Bond Up. And so I think about Fuji Bond Up while I'm looking at it. But it's a motif that makes so much sense to me, and I like all of the tiny ways in which it's carried through. I love all these little flower charms that she has. It's nice. It's just nice.
There's some fun thing here. Normal way to describe things.
Yeah.
I feel like the like, I don't know, the flower motif works for me as this kind of like intersection between being a little animal and being an elegant lady. What do both of these things interact with regularly is just like going out into the forest and like looking at little flowers. And so it feels sort of comfortable on both accounts.
Yeah.
Again, she's dressed in this sort of elegant way, but it is like kind of an awkward, weird little outfit. That doesn't make a ton of sense, which is fine because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. And I don't even know if she even knows what she's doing cutting these flowers. But she's sort of like, you know, I don't know. It works for me. It's good.
I like that she's doing the lady pursuit of arranging flowers, but despite this being an elegant lady thing, she is, you know, depicted here with a sharp tool that she uses for cutting and slicing. You know?
And killing and biting.
Exactly.
She's got one tiny fang in this image. You can't see it very well, but if I zoom in, the 2 pixels of that fang.
Oh yeah, very important.
You can really get it. No one can get it like you. Tiny fang.
Also, I know that the dish is a flower arranging thing, although I'm not familiar, but I do assume that she's just gonna lean down and like
take a sip.
Yeah.
Take a sip.
Yeah. Just stick her tongue out and yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like some of these sort of like more ambiguous grassy things in this box, she might just lean down and just kind of take a bite, you know, to help her digestion.
Yeah, and then maybe throw up.
She's an obligate carnivore.
On the carpet. Yeah.
Emotes?
This might not be true of tigers. Sometimes carnivores eat little bits of grass to help with digestion.
Yeah,
I'm looking it up.
A lot of the time, cats eat grass and then throw up. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah.
She's allowed to have fun, I think. She's allowed a little bit of fun.
She is.
She's allowed as much fun as she likes.
I do think... I'm positive on this image, and I'm after talking about it with YouTube freaks, I'm more positive on this image than I was before. I I am less hot on this image than I am the first one.
Yeah, the first one is better.
The first one just she has such good fucking energy.
Yeah.
And as, like, pleasing as this is to look at, she is losing some of that energy in a way that makes me really nervous, especially since I know what's coming next, but we're not looking at that yet.
Oh no!
I prefer her lively, like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, energy to this kind of more demure
Yeah.
thing she's doing.
It is still, like, tangibly the same person.
Yeah, and
Yes,
she's
and it
allowed
makes
to be
sense.
she's allowed to be relaxed sometimes. I'm not saying she isn't. It's just like we're starting to edge. You know, this is the process of, like, I have thoughts about this. Ash has pre-prepared a secret bit, and I've pre-prepared a rant about being a trad wife. And we're edging closer to that in a way that I don't like. Anyway, it's fine. She doesn't. You know. No, I'll just say this. It's fine. I like that she's, like, tactically appealing. Tactilely, not tactically. She's tactily appealing, and that's really nice. But I simply don't need to pair that with her being, like, a fuckable, submissive trad wife. It's not necessary, nor does it help. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to emotes?
Yeah, let's
Emotes.
go.
Oh. Please, I need you to look at these emotes, and I need you to understand them, and I need you to look at them, and I need you to understand them, and I need you to look at them, but then I also need you to imagine them without the stupid fucking halo on them, okay? I need you to look at them as full images as they are first, and then I want you to imagine that thing is gone.
This first one barely has it. I barely notice it.
But Ivy.
I can't see the thing past the guy. Thank you. Sorry.
There we go.
We're shifting around on our physical couch positioning.
Oh no. Okay, I just fine.
Oh,
No.
the microphone.
Sorry,
It's fine. No, the microphone.
Sorry, I've ruined everything.
You've ruined everything. It's totally fine. It's actually in a much better position since I had to adjust it because it was falling over. Anyway,
But despite the fact that it's barely in this image, imagine if it wasn't there at all.
Yeah, that would be better. Imagine.
It's better, isn't it? It's better! In every way. Okay. Carry on.
Okay, I guess I'll do this one. Why not? It is... she has glasses kind of arbitrarily. I imagine that she just kind of found these on the street and was like, I know what to do with these. You put them on your face. Why? Great question. You put them on your face to look stylish. And she's doing sort of like a big smile that can't help but be a little kitty smile because of her kitty-shaped mouth. As she sort of, like, adjusts her glasses with a little swing, a little sort of, like, gleam of light at the point where she's adjusting the glasses. As if she's sort of, like, doing an anime sort of fucking, like, pushing up her glasses before she, like, fucking owns you in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or whatever. But what really gets me about this one... Oh, and her eyes are sort of, like, they're sort of simplified, and they're sort of looking off to the side in this sort of, like, kind of way. But what really gets me about this one is that she doesn't fucking know how glasses work. And so she's grabbing the glasses by the lenses and adjusting them by the lenses. And it's honestly kind of the most charming shit of all time. And, like, even the light, like, swing, the little star of light is in the proper place where you would grab the glasses at kind of, like, the edge, the hinge, to adjust them.
She is not doing that.
But she's not doing it right. She's grabbing them fully by the glass of the lenses. And it's genuinely fucking charming as hell.
Her hand is covering part of the glasses in this image.
I have to
It's
assume
hilarious.
that this isn't her adjusting the glasses. She just picked them up and put them on for this
Yes,
emote.
this is what's happening.
Via the lens.
Yeah.
Via the lens.
This makes sense. It has
Yeah.
the most surface area, so it's the most stable place to grab it. Like,
It is.
this just makes sense.
Yeah.
This just makes
It
sense.
just makes sense. People.
People.
It just makes
It
sense.
just makes fucking sense.
People who doesn't include Hannah because she's an animal.
Uh-huh. But when she puts on glasses, is she not a people? Does
No.
glasses not make you a people?
Glasses don't make you a people.
Oh, shit.
Not if you pick them up like that.
Not if you pick them up like that. Anyway.
And now, imagine that halo wasn't there. Moving along. I can't get over it. I hate it so bad.
Uh-huh.
I can't stand it. I can't believe it's in the fucking image. I hate it. In this emote, this is her I'm cute emote. I can go back to normal on fucking a snap of my fingers. You have no idea. I'm so normal. I'm so good at being normal.
This is the most normal episode of the podcast we've ever had. In which we're so normal and we definitely don't keep repeating, I feel like an animal, I feel like an animal,
I feel like an animal. She's got the classic I'm cute pink background with these lighter pink clouds in the front that have these little flowers and the golden sparkles, and it's all, moving upwards into light to dark gradient in this little semicircle. She's clasped her little paws together in front of her chest. She's got a big blush on her face. Her eyes are fully rendered for the first time. And she's looking towards the camera. She's got her head tilted down and a little bit to the right. My right. I DGAF. She's, looking towards the camera, and she's got her mouth open, smiling. This is very much also this is the expression I'm making in the Bond Up image, but clearly flavored as an I'm cute with that pink background. That's just what it is. And now, imagine the fucking halo wasn't there.
Putting the halo
Doesn't it read better? Doesn't it read better?
Putting the halo in my teeth and smashing it to bits.
I just moved my headphones around so much on my head. I shook them like a real animal. You have to know how much physical comedy I'm doing that doesn't translate because I'm doing it on a podcast.
I mean, I don't even like...
They're coming for you.
The podcast police. We're doing too much physical comedy on an audio medium. They're coming for us. I mean, I don't even really like... it's fine. Like, it's fine. It won't kill me. But I don't even really like the blue here. Because I just kind of wish this image was just, like, the blue was gone, and this could just be an image that was just sort of drenched in pink, with just that little bit of teal highlight in the eyes. It's just kind of dreamlike, and, and instead she's got this big, stupid fucking blue hair thing, and it's fine, but I wish that we could just
blue hair
be
thing.
drenched in pink love cutie time,
Yeah. It's cute, but it's the least compelling of her emotes to me so far.
Yeah.
Now, is that because there's a big fucking halo on it for no reason?
Well, the halo doesn't help. But I suppose it's the kind of thing that I feel like I could get anywhere else.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
I
think she deserves a really good I'm cute, though.
She does. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, except for the halo. But
except for the...
she is very
biting
cute.
and killing and killing and biting and biting and killing and killing.
I do really like
killing.
The, like, intensity of her pink blush sort of is
Yeah.
more like purely matches the background on her totally white cat face than it would on someone with human skin.
Yeah.
I will say one of the reasons why this, like, image is, I think, a little bit less compelling, is because she's, like, her face is a little bit, they toned down the animal in her face in this one a little bit. Her nose is kind of just a nose. Her cat has,
it's
like,
not quite as kitty.
her mouth has, like, relatively minimal little cat wave, and, like... I mean, her paws are paws, but they're also kind of small. And, like, her face is... She still has the chubby cheeks, but this is a lot closer to just the default chibi face they give everyone.
Yeah, in a lot of her other emotes, there's a lot of space between her nose and mouth and the bottom of her face, which is really cute to me and is missing here.
Yeah, and she looks a little bit more like just a guy. And she's doing a very sort of normal thing that we've seen 100 times. And so it's like, this isn't not Hannah, but it's just like not doing, you know?
Yeah.
I know this.
Uh-huh. You know.
It's not as fun as her other emotes. It is very cute, though.
Good thing she'll always maintain her iconic shaping and face shaping and visual elements, so we'll never have to worry about this again. Moving on to the next emote. This one's for Harry. Oh, this one really is for Harry.
Oh, this one's really good, although again, if it didn't have the halo, it would be much better for sure.
You have to understand.
People, please
It's
open this
so
image in MS
disruptive.
Paint, a thing that we can't do live on the podcast like usual, because our setup is fucked up right now. And just erase the halo. Just get rid of it.
Honestly, the halo especially doesn't work in this one because of the way it exactly lines up with the black in her ear. It's very visually confusing.
Yes, it's awful.
It's bad.
You need the ears. She's a little kitty.
And like, okay, hang on. Let me pitch you something.
Okay. Okay.
Harry should describe the emo first.
Okay, yes. So in this picture, it's basically just her head and her tail. The rest of her body is not visible. It's just her head, her poofy hair, her tail coming round from the back, and her two little paws are clutching the end of her big fluffy tail. And her eyes are closed, and she's asleep.
On a big cushion.
On a big blue
On a
cushion.
big cushion.
Okay, here's my pitch. Imagine if we got rid of this awkward fucking, like, wreath-ass fucking drawn halo. We got rid of that. And instead, we just put, like, a little kind of, like, you know how they do it. We just put, like, a little sort of, like, yellow semicircle behind her.
Perfect.
Yes, that's
and
fine.
Perfect.
Then it's like, maybe it's a little halo because she's a little angel. Maybe it's like the setting sun because she's taking a nap. It's perfect.
Maybe it's like the rising sun because she needs to wake up from her little nap.
And go and hunt.
Yeah. But
And
as
go
is,
and
the
hunt and
halo
kill.
looks terrible. It, like, confuses the location of her ears, which is more important than ever in this image because she is a little kitty cat who's curled up and
Is a little
asleep.
kitty cat.
It draws so much attention. I don't understand why the line thickness is so intense on the halo.
It's bad.
It's like a different color, so
so
it draws
bad.
the eye. I just want to look at her
It's so
face, but I
bad.
keep getting drawn up to the halo because the line thickness. It's too
can't
thick.
stand it.
It's
This is not-
Yeah.
Scroll back up. Look at the main image. Think about this outfit. Why is she wearing a halo? Why is she wearing a halo? Why is she wearing a halo? This is not part of the outfit. The outfit doesn't make sense anyway, but she's not wearing a fucking halo.
Another thing
Kill.
that I find visually confusing about this image is where her sleeve drapes off to the side, it looks kind of like that's an extended cat leg. I'm like, it's clearly not, because that's not what her legs look like. But it is a bit distracting.
Yeah, you just can't.
I don't mind it.
You just can't look too much about the sort of where her body would be of this image.
Yeah, you
It's
can't.
kind of it's like this is an abstract portrait. I recently drew an abstract portrait of Ash, and this is an abstract portrait of Hannah. It's all her nesses. It's her face and it's her tail. And that's all it needs to be. I will say her face is very cute. It's good to look
very
at it.
cute.
It's hard
So
to not look at
cute.
other elements of the picture, but if you just kind of like, I'm putting my fingers in a little box around her face so we can just look at her face. If you just look at it,
It's a very cute
It's very
face.
good. She's just taking a little kitty nap. She deserves it, honest's. She's been working really
She
hard.
deserves it.
Yeah.
She's been working so hard at being a good kitty.
She's succeeded because she's been allowed to take her muzzle off. This is her reward.
This is her reward.
Yeah. This
Big
is her
sleepy.
taking a little nap after she's eaten you.
Yeah.
Reduce you to nothing. Just like you deserve, dear listener. Just like you deserve.
Dear listener, don't you just want to go apeshit?
Speaking of going apeshit,
Let's open the box.
Ode to Grace Hannah. One of
No!
my least favorite images of all
Oh
time.
no, I hate this.
One of my least favorite images of all time.
Oh, why would you make her look like that?
Yeah.
This is a travesty.
First thing I said when I saw this image, where is her tummy?
Where is her? The first thing that I said was like, why does her face, she has a different face. She's a different person. She barely even has the same like eye color. The teal is so slight and also kind of weirdly too blue. And it's just like, what is going on? Why is she at this bar? She's trying to be an elegant lady, but she's wearing this fucking like drapey ass fucking dress made of nothing. And
I don't believe she'd wear this.
no,
I don't believe she'd wear this.
she like her butt looks really weird. It looks really weirdly flat. She has no tummy.
I was gonna
God,
say,
it does
where's
look
her
weird.
ass?
Where's her ass?
Where's her tummy?
Where's her ass? Where's her tummy? Her boobs are there, but they're too boob. There is
Why
still
is it-
some boob fluff, but you can see so much of the boob,
Like,
and it's just
and also the angle of the boobs doesn't match the
And it's
angle of the
just like-
rest of her torso.
and it's just like fucking
yeah.
It's just like fucking
I
It's
agree.
gratuitous.
the
They have
boobs are
hidden her
too-
tail as much as humanly possible, which is not the point of Hannah.
yeah, like what the
Yeah.
fuck? You just the tail is this
they
big
they
fucking
put
like
the fucking.
it's this big
this
just, like,
dress could be
cigar butt
backless.
sticking out of the bottom of the table for some
It
fucking
is.
reason.
This dress could be backless. They could do that. They love to do that. But they have created this curtain around the stool that she's sitting on just so that you don't have to see her tail and be reminded that she's an animal.
And
her
like
face.
her face, it's
No!
so tragic. And it's just like
There's no visible beans.
There's no
None.
visible beans. Her paws look totally fine. Honestly, like her legs look okay.
Her legs look okay. I do really
Her legs
like
look fine. Her legs look good.
Fur, the way the fur is dented in
It
around
ripples,
the
it's
strap
nice.
on her thigh.
Uh-huh.
That's really nice. It looks like that's how fur looks when you do that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, when you put something around it, not when you put a garter on an animal.
But like her, especially because you can't see any beans, but also she's not doing interesting posing. Her hands are two hands, and she's just like I can't deal with it. This image makes me go fucking.
I just can't handle how her boobs are on a different torso to the rest of her
Yeah.
torso.
I can't. There's an instinctual feeling when you look at her previous art. Just like look back at Bond Hannah for a bit and just, bask in it for a moment.
Who is this?
And then-
I don't
And
know
then look
her.
back at Ode to Grace. She just has the silhouette of any human woman from Mahjong Soul in this image. You can replace her with anyone.
And it's
It's
just
so... They do such a good job in the previous two images of, like, creating her animalisticness.
and also just
in this
like
kind of intangible way, and they just don't do it here.
and also just like us a fucking like relatively person-shaped person in this fucking video game. She has like shaping. She's like shapes to her face.
She has-
and she has
yes.
shapes to her body, and then they just cut and burn and slash and nothing, and they put her in this fucking like Mickey ass dress for no fucking reason.
Oh my god, they really do.
And it's just like
I
was thinking. No, I need to speak for a while. I'm sorry.
yes, go ahead.
I was thinking about this as I was walking around today, and being like mad about this like fucking prematurely, and I was just like fucking thinking about how Basil's sitting directly on my foot. Thank you for the support, Basil. Basil's my rabbit. Basil, do you just feel like an animal? I sure hope so. But
No,
like
he feels like
I
a
just
human man.
Jesus Christ. But I just like fucking I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about wait, is Karen N76 the last episode we did? Yeah.
No, Kellen Kozuki is.
Oh, okay. Kellen Kozuki's sick nasty. But I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about KR76, and I was just like thinking about this fucking this thing that we keep running into is we do this fucking show, this fucking like fucking thing we do, this fucking sock and buskin, this fucking Punch and Judy that we engage in just to suffer, and like where they fucking you know who they need to add to Mahjong Soul? You know who they need to put in this game? Is they need to put in fucking Carmen from Lobotomy Corporation. Because the thing that keeps happening is that they like keep introducing us to characters, and these characters in their sort of base images and base concepts are all engaged in this kind of like, you know, in this sort of like animalistic joy of being a particular kind of guy, you know, this sort of primal joy of like fucking being a moon goddess or being a Russian sex goddess, or of hitting someone with a big fan. I could keep going, and I will. Or of like being a little robot, or of like fucking, you know, wanting to fuck a book, or of like, you know, being a small little guy who wants to eat all things, so on and so forth. I could keep
personhood
going.
is stripped from them.
And then as we go along, starting with the Bond outfit, in which we sort of do this initial fucking like taking away of everything valuable, but only a little bit, just so that it can sort of, you know, you don't notice it until it's too late. And then going into like their fucking paid skins, which are so often this fucking drivel. It just like, it takes these characters that so often have like genuinely good concepts and designs, and it like it just like infects them with the disease of humanity. It makes them all into these like identical fucking like back-to-back fucking like trad wives in these nothing dresses, who are just like here so that you can look at them and be like, wow, I sure could fuck that. And like I just can't deal with it. I just need them to. The fucking paid. If I'm going to pay money for a skin of Hannah, it can't be this fucking thing. It can't be this fucking this fucking like an empty box. It has to be. She needs to be going. You know, I need to look at her and be like, is that even a person? She needs to be killing and biting. I need a skin so badly of Hannah. Just fucking like sinking her teeth into a woman and ripping her to shreds. That's what she deserves. She doesn't deserve this, and it makes me so sad. I'm genuinely about to cry.
Give her more nipples instead.
Well, we've solved it. All we needed to do. Give her more nipples. This is the beginning of our arc in Soulmates, where in order to understand episodes from episode 12, season 1 on, you need to have watched Lobotomy Corporation all cutscenes.
It's just like
it is, though. Like, I think we've spoken about this before, probably on Ash is Mad or something. It's one of my many moments in which I get mad that they just strip all of the personhood from these characters in order to, you know, create a thing which is no longer, you know, if I'm buying it, you have it. Like, if I'm buying a skin for Hannah, it needs to be Hannah because I care about Hannah. I don't just want some fuckable object. It's so frustrating. It's like, you know, this is an item you can own simply because you happen to have Hannah. Sure, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Anyway, like, there is a beautiful world, though, and that beautiful world is, Dripping Glamour Kaguya Hime, and, you know, fucking, Spring Relaxation Fuji, and Beach Fuji, and there is a beautiful world, it's just not here.
It's not. The thing is also, this is less a complaint, but the elbow she has raised, the fur sticking out of it, just looks like some kind of fin. What's going on there? Did she gel it? What is this?
Just give her less fins and more nipples.
Yeah, like the thing is, just if you just look at her legs, the fluff is terrific. But that elbow, what's going on? Okay, continue. Sorry.
A couple things about the actual image. She has little anklets, which are just just leather anklets. This is so sad. Give her a little accessory that is good.
Like if she was going to go to the club, she wouldn't be wearing every accessory she owns. Come on.
Yeah.
You've shown us who this woman is.
This is when she's been infected with the disease of humanity, and she's like, well, I guess I'm an elegant lady, so I need to stop being myself. I need to just be a thing. I just need to, I guess I'm just here to conform. Well.
She's got one little ear cuff in. It's color coordinated with her outfit. Hate it here. She's got one little hair clip in. She's got a little matching feathered corsage. She does have a little tail ornament, which we were saying that we wanted earlier.
Not like
just this
this.
little strip of
Never
red
like
ribbon.
this.
Never like this. I can't see anything positive about this image because it represents everything evil about Mahjong's soul.
Yeah.
And also just like the
It's
world.
and just the world, the disease of humanity.
They even made her knees shiny.
They did! Oh my god! Shinies!
Saki has come to haunt us from the fucking grave.
Disgusting.
How did she have I mean, fur can be shiny, but not like this.
Not like this.
Not like
Not
this.
like this.
What is happening? I'm gonna cry.
And then
I needed to eat a piece of chicken. Hang on.
This is a wretched picture.
two more quick complaints while I'm here. Her elbow is bending in. Her left arm. This is, sometimes you just do this, but that being said, I do have hypermobility in my arms, so maybe you don't just do this.
Well, I mean, she is a cat, so perhaps that's normal.
That
for
being
them.
said, it freaks me out. Also, she's wearing a ring, and I hate it. I really dislike the ring. It just something about it. And then I just have to yell about how she doesn't have tummy again.
Where's the tummy? Where's the tummy?
Literally,
Where's her
what
arse?
did you do to her? Literally, what did you do to
Where's
her?
her cheeks? Where's like her nose? Why is her nose there? It's like her face is a two-dimensional plane.
Remember when we were complimenting how the face was like three-dimensional in ways that nothing else is, and we were like, wow, nope, not anymore.
All you need is one line. All you need is one line to give it a little bit of shape.
It wouldn't even make her. She just doesn't. Her mouth is upside down. It's the wrong shape for a kitty mouth. She's not a kitty. She's just a human woman. Good for you, fucking Hannah. You did it. You've become an elegant lady, and thus lost every part of yourself that ever mattered.
Yeah, I still want...
New Soulmates donation incentive where we draw distortions of the characters from Mahjong. So
I still want to know who drew this, who drew the art for Hannah, so that I can write to them and be like, I'm sorry they made you draw this.
I'm sorry they made you do this.
It might be a different
like that,
artist.
It might be. Hard to tell, but they make the same artist for images do the other.
Yeah, and there's a lot of very similar sort of
images.
fur texturing and the way the hair is drawn. I could see it being the same. I want to believe that it's not, because I want to. I want to love and
empathize,
trust.
though.
But
There's so much love and peace and beauty in the first two images that I can't imagine
who this
something
is for.
died between here and there.
Who is this for?
Like, because I'd assume that people who want a demure human trad wife don't want her to be this furry.
Exactly. That's the thing which bothers me about this, is that, like, they can get away with... This is one of my theses about this image, is they can get away with showing this much skin on her, because she doesn't look like she has human skin, and so they've put her in an extremely skimpy outfit where she's got, like... She's closer to nude than most images in this game that aren't swimwear. or dripping glamour. But like it doesn't look that way because she's a furry. And so they get away with it without it, like, being a little too far. And I think that's the whole reason why they've cast Hannah in this image. It's just so that they can put someone in this dress.
Perhaps.
I guess it's like, I don't know. This image is like, we were talking about this when we were talking about fucking Hana Nanomiya. No, wait. Am I saying that? No, because it's not, Nanaha Onodera is books. Hana Nanomiya is deer. Give me a skin in which Hannah is killing Hana Nanomiya, the natural prey of the tiger in One City. The innocent baby deer.
For $50, I will.
You donate
Go to ko-fi.com/Asherlark. Send me a private message. You don't have to go through official channels.
Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. I'm now too busy thinking about killing and biting and biting and killing and biting and biting and killing. But nope. What was I talking about?
The natural prey of the tiger.
Right. Sorry. Right. Hana Nanomiya. This is like, you know how we talked about this with your mother, unless she's not your mother, who could say? But
just a bit.
How, like, this is also in the disabled character in this game, who becomes non-disabled when you bond up her.
God.
But, like, what this image is for, hypothetically, the Hannah enjoyer that this is theoretically catering towards is the Hannah enjoyer who, like, looks at bond up Hannah and is like, it's so nice that she's, like, so much more demure now. It's so nice that she's like, I love the idea of taming her and making her less wild, of, like, personifying her. And then, this comes out and you're like, wow, now she's a real elegant lady. They've really, like, bought into they've bought into the text without buying into, like, the subtext, which is the text that matters, which is that, like, she's trying to be an elegant lady and she's not very good at it because she's just a little animal. She just feels like an animal. And
she's really tired and she's in a lot of pain.
And she, and she just, like, it's for that person. It's for this hypothetical fucking straight man who has the, like, interaction with, like, furry art of, like, the thing that I want from this, like, fuzzy animal woman is for her to be, like, my little pet, but also to tame her, to have her, pick up the book and turn into turn from, like, big wild at the club woman into fucking, book reading woman. And this is truly, like, the ultimate evolution of that, and it's awful, and I hope you're fucking happy. I hope you're happy with yourselves. I hope that you if I find you, I will kill you and bite you.
I was thinking about making a joke at the beginning of this episode about how these, like, going from, the initial outfit to the bond up to various other ones is, like, interacting with these characters is a process of deprogramming them from, like, the weird little objects that the game turns them into, back into the thing which is good, and, telling them that it's okay to be default skin Hannah. You don't have to lose weight to become an elegant lady, Hannah. You're doing great. It's very frustrating. And I didn't make that joke, and then the whole episode ended up being about that. So I don't seem like I don't seem like I've prophesied, and this is a shame. Emote?
Sure. They just Carmen from Lababami Corporation. She's correct, actually. She's so right. I can say this because it's my birthday.
Oh, this is a good emote, though.
Yeah, this is a good emote.
It
They
is.
kind of bring it back.
Yeah.
She stubbed her tail. Youch. Someone stepped on it. Youch. She's got a pink and purple-ish gradient in the back, and she's trembling, and she's got little angry lightning bolts of pain next to her head, and her eyes are, just blobs, and she's got tears welling up, and her mouth is all wobbly, and she's got a little fang out, and she's holding her tail because it got stepped on. Youch.
And her ears are flat.
Her ears are pinned back. Youch.
Owie.
This is how my friend / employer cat Oscar feels every time I'm feeding her dinner, but she is so overeager that she just puts her tail directly under my foot, and then she's like, ouchie, and I'm like, you could, the food's almost here, you can just wait 5 minutes. And by 5 minutes I mean 5 seconds, literally.
Youch.
But yeah, youch.
Owie. Yeah, it's great because you can't see any of her outfit, and she is fully
You can't. It's all
titty-minded.
hidden.
Yep. I mean, you can still see the little bit of the fucking thing on the tail, and it looks awful, and I hate it. But that's okay. I forgive it.
And like compensating for the fact that the horrible art just sidelines her tail completely. This
Exactly.
is wholly
The tail has
about-
been so hurt.
It's about her tail.
This emote is about the art.
Yeah. This is how I feel about the art.
She's like, you hurt my tail. You hurt my tail's feelings. My tail fifis, my tail linglings.
My tail fifis.
Like, how could you do this to my tail, you bastard? And then she kills you, Mahjong Soul Art Director. You personally.
Yeah. You die.
I want to get to this pre-prepared bit that I have for the episode before we do numbers, which is probably the wrong order to do this in, but this is what I feel like doing. It's my bit, and I get to choose the order of things.
I did ask you to make a surprise birthday bonus segment, so...
This is what's happening.
I'm happy you listened. That makes me feel seen.
But before that, I just want everyone, while we're doing this segment, to go to the main page for Hannah, and I want you to look at illustrations/tweet illustrations. And I want you to click on that third image right in the middle, the one that's the 5th anniversary image, and I want you to look at Hannah, and how good she looks, and how much of an animal she is, painted by SRRO. Thank you, SRRO, for drawing the best Hannah.
Look at that snout.
The best Hannah.
Yeah.
So snout.
Jesus Christ.
Take
Truly
a closer
phenomenal.
look at that snout.
Oh.
Take a closer look at that
Wow,
snout.
wait, this is a great fucking image. Everyone in this
It's
image looks
so good.
sick. This is a really
It's
good
just
Eve.
phenomenal.
This is a really good Ichihime. This is a really good Lin Lang. She looks like she's about to eat this entire cake.
I like the sort of the manic energy that this Ichihime has, and the sort of calm, peaceful animal that Hannah is. It's very good. The colors in this are great. Everything is painted very nicely. It's very charming.
I don't
Thank you,
like the
SRRO.
fact that she has a nose and then a lip. But otherwise, she looks great.
SRRO has only ever drawn one image for this video game, and this is it.
Wow.
Thank you for
goodness.
submitting your services to Hannah for this.
Genuinely great image. I really like everyone
so
in this
good.
image. I like every character in this image for different reasons, and these are some of the best renditions of them. And I won't go through them one at a time, but it's just really nice. It makes me happy.
This is why I wanted you to see it before you can look at this while we're doing our bit.
This is the loading screen, by the way. If the first image in the images of Hannah, and it looks awful. It's terrible. This is the loading screen that came with this event. Ichihime looks kind of cute in this, actually, but
yeah, Hannah doesn't look good.
Ichihime has the face of a 16-year-old girl in this one.
I don't know what's going on with Mirai, but I never know what's going on with Mirai. She's Mirai. Okay, great. Sorry, I'm gonna go back and look at the 5th anniversary to wash my mouth. To rinse out my mouth with some sweet tea.
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm looking at it. I'm feeling Take a deep breath in and out. All right, what's the bit?
Today I've prepared for you a little fun quiz.
Okay.
So, this is a bit which I thought I'd do because there's so many pieces of text, which we don't go through in every episode of Mahjong Soul. We just go through the ones that we're sort of interested in. And so I have a selection of various voice lines, bits from character descriptions, and bits from outfit dialogue that I have selected. I have selected 4 of these per character. All of these are characters we have done an episode on. And I have them ordered from hardest to discern to easiest to discern. So here's how I've organized this, and here's how it's going to work. Is that in no particular order, I have these lists of statements for all of the characters that we have done episodes on. I would like to do a little point system, where you get 3 points if you manage to get it on the first try, 2 points if you need a second statement, 1 point if you get it on the third statement, and then I imagine you will always be able to get it from the fourth statement.
Okay.
So it is just worth 0 points, but I think I've picked some fun ones for these.
Ash,
so
this sounds like kind of a lot of work and is very sweet of you, genuinely.
Oh, thanks. I was worried that you were going to say, this sounds like kind of a lot of work and I don't want to do it.
I'm
not what you
like
meant.
genuinely very touched that you would go through all the effort to...
I've
Anyway.
been setting this up today. It's been a very good time.
Okay.
So, are you ready to hear some lines?
Yeah, I am. Harry, you can play gacha games on your phone. It's okay.
Oh, I was just finishing sending my anime boys to school.
They gotta go to school.
They have to go to school.
They gotta go to school.
They gotta
learn.
They gotta learn. Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'm ready.
Okay. First statement. First character.
Uh-huh.
You do look cute when you lower your head while sorting your tiles. Suddenly, I'm interested in playing more Mahjong with you. Perhaps my heart will skip a beat, like what usually happens in the comics. Which character is this? You can guess for every one of them. If you get it wrong, I'll just move on to the next statement.
Hang on. I'm gonna open. This is gonna be fucked up because I can't. Because the fucking characters aren't in the episode titles, but I can know what they are. You look cute when you lower your head, like in the comic books. I can work backwards from here. It's not you. It's Nanaha Onodera's a maybe. It's not you. 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 It's maybe you, but no, probably not. I think. The thing that's fucking me up is that I don't know if she would say comic books. But the only person that makes sense to me is Nanaha Onodera.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
We will move on to the sex state. To the Freudian slip. To the next statement.
Okay, just because of that Freudian slip, I'm guessing Lily Kitahara.
The next statement is, considering the fact that you invited me here with sincerity, I won't hold the hot weather against you. Your face is getting a sunburn. Get in the water with me to cool down.
Get in the water with me? Okay. Well, like, everyone has a fucking beach thing. Man. This is genuinely pretty hard. Okay, so
I picked hard ones. They get easier as you go on.
It wasn't Nanaha Onodera. I'm guessing that it's probably not fucking Kallen Kozuki because she doesn't have a beach outfit. It's just not the way that KR967 speaks. 976, sorry, I was reading the episode description in which I wrote it wrong. It's Lin Lang also has a very distinct way of speaking. It could be Hana Nanomiya, but also it's a little bit too not shy. Is it Fuji?
That is correct.
2 points.
It is Fuji. 2 points for that one. The other statements I selected for Fuji are, here's a heads up for you. You'll get into big trouble for judging people by their appearances. Don't cry and accuse me of bullying you by then. And then the final statement, another festival? I kind of witnessed Ichihan City growing. Age? My fan doesn't mind giving you a wallop like clap. As the answer, removing your future curiosity in this question. How does that sound?
Yeah, that is you've successfully found the most Fuji statement possible.
Are you ready for your second character?
One of these is gonna be fucking Gregor from Blimbus Company, and that's driving me fucking feral. Yes, I'm ready.
Are you ready for your second character?
Yeah.
Okay. Your first statement. Girls Kiss Girls wins against the weak fishes, and I win against the weak Girls Kiss Girls.
Thank you for including my Mahjong Soul fucking username. Girls Kiss Girls wins against the weak fishes. Whoever this is, they listen to Radiohead. The big fish eats the little one. The big fish eats the little one. Not my problem. Give me some. I think this... This is KR976, right? This is how she structures sentences.
Incorrect.
Fuck! I'm so bad! And/or you've done a really good job.
I made it hard. I did, thank you.
Right.
So your second statement. Girls Kiss Girls. Why are there sea overlords in an inland area like Wonhan City? I want to be an overlord of the sea, too.
Is it Lin Lang?
It is Lin Lang.
Oh, I could have... Okay,
you here's my problem. There, it's okay.
Here's my problem, is that I interpreted first statement as part of the statement.
No.
I don't know why. This is my problem. But then I was
Here's the first thing I'm gonna say to you. You'll win against the weak fishes, but I'll win against the weak you.
Right. No,
End of first statement.
I believe I could have gotten that one. I just got a little mixed up in my head. All right, another 2 points.
The third statement for that one is, in this case, cherishing your bones is the same as cherishing your life. And then the final statement, Girls Kiss Girls is such a noble person. Girls Kiss Girls is such a kind person. Girls Kiss Girls is, I forgot what I was going to say. I knew it. Not eating enough really does affect your memory. Anyway, please maintain this transactional relationship where I exchange cuteness for your food, Girls Kiss Girls.
So true.
Third character. You have 4 points. Not bad.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. Your first statement is... I don't think I'm any good at playing Mahjong. I rely solely on my instinct and suck at reading other people's actions.
Colin Kozuki.
Correct!
You can't trick me.
The other ones for that one were, this dress, while the design is alright, I feel restless wearing it. Good day. The weather is so good today. I'm so annoyed. I shouldn't have said I was sick to be absent today. And then the final one, are Kaguya Hime's bunny ears real? I remember seeing human ears inside her hair. I'm so curious about it. I should just ask her directly.
Yeah, we did her recently enough that I remember like every single one of her voice lines.
I expected this.
All right.
Your next character, your fourth character, you have 7 points.
Wait,
perfect timing.
Wait, yes,
Fuck?
I do. Sorry, go on.
You do. Fuck? Question mark? Perfect timing. Here's a question for you. If 8 times 8 equals 4, 8 times 8 equals 32, and 9 times 9 equals 40, then what is 19 times 19? Sigh. Your answer is 0, too? Are you for real? What in the world is happening? Please tell me there are answers other than go.
I'm sorry, Ash, what?
This is quoted directly from the website.
Okay.
This one fascinated me, and I wanted to put it on there.
Okay, so we've already done you. We've already done Fuji. Oh, it's Miyuki Shirogane.
It is Miyuki Shirogane, in fact.
Yeah. I just, like... It wouldn't be KR976 because she wouldn't be confused about math.
She wouldn't go, are you for real? What in the world is happening?
Yuki Shirogane is constantly overwhelmed by all things at all times.
I don't know what this dialogue means. It's so fascinating.
He's doing fucking calculus or some shit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. The other statements were, I like watching the stars. I can't help but be awed by those beautiful shining things, but at the same time, they seem so alone. I hope that one day I can reach out to the far-flung stars and get my hands on their priceless rays. The third statement, talent is indeed something many call foul. I know plenty of incredibly talented people that are envied by many, but that's nothing. The way I see it, hard work beats talent every time. And the final statement, he studies at Leader 10 hours every day. And uses the rest of his time doing part-time jobs to support his family. Cat ears look good on him.
They sure fucking do.
They sure fucking do.
Gregor.
Your fifth character. First statement. Did you want to know how to deal with depression, Janshi? This is another one that I saw and found utterly fascinating and had to include.
Wait, hang on. Can I ask, you don't have to answer this, but is that the whole line?
No.
Okay, alright, that's fair. Do you want to know how to deal with depression, Jianshi? It's not Kagehime. I also don't think it's Lily Kitahara. They speak in a very particular way. So it could be an Anaha no Dera. Maybe. I'm gonna say this one with confidence, but I'm less confident than I'd like to be. Is it Miu from Fate Khalid Liner Prisma Star Ilia Leak the Nameless Girl?
It is not.
Fuck
Second
me.
statement. I've made some chocolate for you by following an online recipe. I still haven't found out the differences between true feeling and obligation.
Is this person okay? They sound like they're having a rough time. Do you want to know how to deal with depression? Hey, I don't know the difference between obligation and actual feelings. I've just been really tired. I've been in a lot of pain. I just feel like an animal. Jesus fucking Christ.
I put this together and it's still really... That's funny. Jesus.
Is it... It's gotta be either KR976 or it's Hana Nanomiya. And I just have to like parse in my brain which one it is. Can I get that second line again?
Okay. I've made some chocolate for you by following an online recipe. I still haven't found out the differences between true feeling and obligation.
It's KR976.
Sure is.
Okay, I got it. It just took me a second to...
The other lines for this one. Today's temperature is 20 to 27 degrees, very cool and comfortable, recommended entertainment, Mahjong matches. And finally, hello. Sometimes I don't mind taking the initiative to greet you, Janshi. That's definitely not because of the strawberry milk. I mean, strawberry milk is also very important.
Uh-huh. Hey, do you
I'm amazed by did you want to know how to deal with depression,
Do you have the full line for that one?
Yes, I sure fucking do.
Okay.
Let me just grab that for you real fast, because the whole line, it's not any more comprehensible why this is here.
Uh-huh.
The full line is, did you want to know how to deal with depression, Janshi? KR976 never has to worry about it, because I tell myself that as an artificial intelligence, I do not need to be concerned about human emotions. However, occasionally experiencing them can help me understand humans better, so it's not too bad either.
Sure.
Literally, what the hell?
Sure thing, buddy. Whatever helps
What are they
you cope.
up to?
Yeah.
What are they on? You have 12 points.
Thanks.
It's time to move on to our 6th character. First statement. Winter symbolizes both meetings and partings to me, so I have always had mixed feelings about it. However, in this city, at least I can put aside my other thoughts for the time being and just enjoy this holiday. Happy New Year, Girls Kiss Girls. Please continue to take good care of me this year.
Oh my god, this is a winter outfit line. Great. So it's by fucking extension. Oh wait, no. Doesn't everyone have a little Christmas line, or do they only have a New Year's and birthday line? Oh, this is Kaguya-hime, right? I remember this line is really weird and off character.
It is not.
Fuck me.
Second statement. It's just a hand gesture. Why is the audience so excited?
Like in wetsuit feminism. Sorry. Oh, this is Miyu. Okay.
It sure is.
Great.
The other statements for this one. Red hair and a cheerful and reliable smile. Don't you think it's amazing how there are people who are so similar to each other in every world? And finally, I lost everything to get the power I needed to make my wishes come true. Poor, that's the holy grail. I don't need light because I am the artifact that grants light. Despite this, some people gave me light and a place to stay. They even told someone like me that I could live as a human being. Sorry, I can't handle thinking about that movie.
Nope, moving on, please, very fast.
It's time for your 7th character. Quickly tallying the points, 14 points. First statement. Her past, present, and future are all shrouded in mystery. According to those who played against her on the Mahjong table, she can read her opponent's minds, giving them no place to hide, and end up playing into her hands.
You can't fucking trick me, Ash. I have dedicated myself to this woman, body and soul. This is Lily Kitahara.
It sure is. Good job. Other lines for this, of course.
I was gonna say there has to be something more subtle than that you could start with than that, and then I thought about all of her lines, and I was like, probably not actually.
No, listen, believe you me, no. Unless I wanted to do something extremely bland, no. The other lines I have for her are, beautiful souls attract each other just like beautiful bodies do. I guess this is why I have fallen for you. I loved you with all my heart, both your body and soul. The rumors about me? It's all true, you know. The truth is nothing more than something you believe, and if you don't believe it, nobody can force you to. And then finally, I'd rather get you as a present. You'd be cute in a little red bow. Unsubtle. Love that woman.
Love that woman.
Your 8th character. First line. While her appearance looks like a cute girl, she enjoys pranking others and lying.
Kaguya-hime.
Kaguya-hime.
Wait, there wasn't...
Easy.
There wasn't anything harder than that?
No, not really.
That's fascinating.
And the others I had for this one are... Well, she talks about the goddess so much.
She also has a really
lines were
distinct
out of...
talking style.
Yeah, so I had to pick something from her character description. Ever heard the saying, hiding a beauty in a golden palace? Well, do you have any new wishes you want me to fulfill this year? Third line, how foolish. Can't you see my real intention behind the all simples? Listen, this is the only way to highlight your awesomeness when winning a big hand. And then finally, but considering that you've been devout to me day in and day out, I could let you share this place. But you're only allowed to use the smallest pool, you hear?
I hear. I understand. Thank you. Thank you, Kaguya-hime.
Of course. You've amassed 20 points. You're doing very well.
I'm picking up a little bit. I was sort of on par for a while, but now I'm getting ahead of it.
Your 9th character. First statement. I don't mind calculating points myself, but it'd be better done by a trustworthy person like you. Please.
Hang on, I'm Xing out who we've already done, because we're getting close to, I don't mind calculating points by myself, but it's better done by a trustworthy person like you. do we only have... I think we might only have Hana Nanomiya. We only have Hana Nanomiya, Nanaha Onodera, and Gregor Samson from the Metamorphosis. Calculating points better served by a trustworthy person like you. I think that's Hana Nanomiya.
It is not Hana Nanomiya.
Alright, well...
The second statement, of course. While we are very similar in taste, it's regretful that you are not quite my type.
This is Nanaha Onodera. You did trick me pretty good with that first one. I would never expect that Nanaha Onodera would call me a trustworthy person because she hates all people.
She does hate all humans. The disease of humanity. The third statement, of course, for her is, oh, fancy meeting you at this desolate place. Maybe it could be said that our hearts are in harmony. Well, as a reward, take a piece of this snack. And then finally, thanks. I was once fond of these things, but for things other than reading, my enthusiasm doesn't last long. Your 10th character, first statement. Here you are. I just finished this calligraphy. I wish you a prosperous and healthy year of Gengzi 2020.
This is Hana Nanomiya.
It is. This statement is nothing, though.
No, I remember
to me.
this very distinctly from the skin that I don't like looking at. Which skin is this? Most of them, but you know the one.
Especially for Hana Nanomiya. And of course, the other statements I have for her, it didn't take long for her to notice that people would take her seriously once she showed her capabilities on the Mahjong table. No, I'm not upset. It's just that not many people would treat me like this except her. I'm not used to this feeling, but I am still very happy. And then finally, sigh. Appearance really matters a lot. Cute girls can have attention without working very hard. Huh? Thanks for your compliments. Even if you're just flattering, I'm still grateful. Your 11th character.
I wonder who it could be.
First statement. Hi, I'm about to go back after making a delivery for the boss. Do you want to come with me and have a cup of tea in the shop?
Do I get bonus points if I guess what skin this is from? You don't have to give me bonus points, but I'm gonna try anyway. Cup of tea for me in the shop. In the shop. Making a delivery for the boss. Cup of tea with me in the shop. This is from Liu Association, Gregor.
It is not.
Fuck. But it's Gregor.
It is not.
Wait, are there 2 characters left?
Second statement. The sun is so warm and comfortable. That was close. I almost fell asleep.
Did I miscount? We've done you. Oh, wait. This is Nanaha Onodera. No, it isn't.
It is
wait,
not.
We just did Nanaha. Wait, scratch that. We already
just did.
her.
I'm scratching it. We already did her.
Wait, who haven't we done? We did you.
It's time for the psyoping section of this awesome bit I've prepared.
Wait, no, this is Hannah. Fuck you.
Yes, it is.
We just did her.
I expected you would get this one very quickly, so I put it near the end just to see if I could freak you out into thinking that she wasn't on the list.
Yeah, you did. That's because I'm looking at the list of our episodes, and this episode isn't out yet.
Of course, your third statement is this for me? Thanks. But the boss said I should give a gift back in return if I accept a gift from someone. I haven't thought about what I'll give to you yet. And then, finally, thanks. Now that you've recommended the induction cooktop to me, I can finally start learning how to cook.
We didn't mention it.
There's more to that line, but it basically goes like, elegant lady, da-da-da-da. And of course, your 12th and final character. First statement. Come on. I know you're busy, but you gotta eat sometime.
This is Gregor Samson from the Metamorphosis.
You have got it!
Yay!
That is a prodigious score of 30 points.
Is that
on
prodigious?
my 12-question quiz.
I guess so, like, if I get if we're considering par to be like 24, then I'm like,
You got a +6.
I got a +6. I'll take it. That's half of them. That's half perfect.
The other statements for Gregor Samsa are, of course, sorry about that. Couldn't really keep my head in the game. Just one of those days, I guess. Won't take any medals. Cigarettes, on the other hand, are completely welcome. And then the final statement, my least favorite things, those dark-shelled critters with a long pair of antennae. I especially hate the tenacity of those bugs, refusing to die even in water. This has been my bit.
That was a really good bit. Thank you.
Bit.
I'm very touched by how much work you put into this bit for my birthday.
It's a good bit.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. Should we do numbers for
Yes!
Hannah?
Yeah, let's rate her.
It's not
Hannah numbers!
Hannah numbers.
Also, Harry's still here.
Also,
Yeah,
Harry's
hi.
still here. Sorry about that, Harry.
No, it's fine.
That's
I
not-
enjoyed that. It was
I
like
couldn't
listening
include
to
you
the
in this
podcast.
bit.
It was like listening to the podcast. Uh-huh. Ash, when are we gonna do like a charity live Soulmates in New York?
In New York. Rating your fan-made Soulmates character.
Oh my god. Listen, we'll talk about it. We won't. It's a lot
Hannah
of work.
cute.
Hannah cute. Yes, true.
Yes.
Correct.
True.
Yes, out of 6.
Yes, out of 6.
5?
I feel like, can it be 6? What's your argument for it not being 6? I'm not doubting you. 5 also might be correct, but
She's a
My
6.
argument for it not being 6 is that she's biting and killing you, and she has a muzzle.
That's very cute. My argument for being 6 is that she's the only girl in the game with a snout. Which is intrinsically cuter than not having a snout.
That's true. You're not wrong. If anyone deserves a 6, it's Hannah.
And I mean,
Not that these are measures of quality, but nevertheless.
look at her foot pads.
I'm looking...
well, here's the question, Ash. In our eternal struggle to understand what
Oh,
fucking
God.
words mean, is her biting and killing and biting, does that detract from her cute, or does that detract from her appealing?
Both.
No, I think it makes her more cute, but perhaps less appealing.
Right, because you don't want to lose a hand.
It's less appealing
lose
for
a hand
sure,
like
but
in
I think it
Mahjong.
bleeds into less
Sorry.
cute.
No, it's very cute if I hold my arm out and my cat grabs it and bites me and kicks me like she's trying to disembowel my arm. That's really cute. If Hannah did that, it would be cute. Even though she's the size of a...
She's a full-sized person.
Yeah, it would be fine. She would like
She is
gouge
just a
my
little
flesh
kitty.
out, and, I
And
would
she
be
does
like,
have a little kitty sleeping emote.
She does have a little kitty sleeping emote. She is like, yeah, I'm fine with 6 cute.
Okay,
She
we can do
deserves
6
it.
cute. I can be bargained up to it.
Appealing.
Definitely the biting detracts from the appeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also she's just like, you know, if appealing is like this weird fucking mix of like mass appeal and would she be fun to hang out with? The answer is yes, except sometimes she's just like deeply fucking alien, you know? Sometimes she just is an animal. Like I'm currently looking at Hannah fucking hunting and waiting and hunting emote. And I'm like, if we were hanging out and she started doing this, I would be like, well, I don't know what to do. So I guess
3.
I'll just read a book until she's done.
3.
3, sure. Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Not, not tremendously good at the whole, like, being elegant and developing a standard, mode of dress thing. Can bite and kill you. These are each 1 point deductions, by the way. Can bite and kill you. And, sometimes hunting.
Sometimes she'll just hunt you. It's kind of like,
Sometimes she'll just hunt.
wow, I can't believe I'm pulling this, like, deep-seated childhood memory. I haven't thought about this in, fucking forever. But it's kind of like how, in The Pink Panther. I don't remember his name, but like Jacques Cousteau's assistant, they have an arrangement where whenever he comes home, his assistant will try and kill him to keep him on his toes. And sometimes she just does that, but it's in your own household, and it's not consensual, and you're just like, well, I guess we'll just wait this one out.
Uh-huh.
Sick Pink Panther reference. Anyway.
Kinsey. Inherently high, right? On account of being a furry.
This makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Furries are gay.
Furries are gay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's just true about furries. But
This is 5 behavior to me.
But on the other hand, I also feel like just romance isn't a priority for her. You know what I mean? Not like biting and killing.
Not like biting and killing, yeah.
Uh-huh. I could see an X, I could see a 4, I could see a 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be convinced of any of these if anyone wants to try their best.
No, I feel 4 or 5 sounds reasonable.
I feel a 5 just because it's, you know, this is an incidentally heterosexual person.
Uh-huh.
To me.
Uh-huh.
I can only describe this using the language of the Kinsey scale.
Right, but with like a low intensity on the other axis.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She
I feel like she's a low intensity person all around.
yeah.
Except when she's making that face.
Oh, she's a high
Except
intensity.
when she's making that face.
She's high intensity animal. She's a low intensity person.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I also feel like she's just kind of like in this sort of like hang on. I'm just skimming through voice lines. This is important. In this sort of like ongoing yeah, she doesn't really genuinely like fucking reference like heterosexual romance as a goal for her fucking ladyhood.
No.
But in
she really doesn't talk about men.
In this sort of like ongoing kind of like her being a tiger who becomes a lady is sort of like a trans metaphor. Mm-hmm. Maybe, but not even necessarily for being like a trans woman, just for the concept of transness.
Yeah.
She's kind of like, you know, she's just like obsessed with women. She's obsessed with women. She's obsessed with all the women that she knows. She's obsessed with women in that kind of like, do I want to be her or do I want to be with her kind of way. Mm-hmm. And like, this is 5 behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6, 3, 5. That's a fun spread.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like we've been giving out a
approve.
lot of 5 Kinseys lately, but this is fine. Well, we did it.
We did it.
That's the fucking podcast episode. Thank you for being on the podcast,
Let's
Harry.
go!
Thank you for having me on the podcast. It was a delight.
It was a joy to have you.
Fucking, if you want to support us and support our hosting costs, especially because it's my birthday, you can do that at Ivy Fox Art on Ko-Fi. You can tell me whether I should bleep this, but we've been foreshadowing it pretty hard, and so it's probably fine. I think we're gonna do a season 2 episode next, but should we randomize a character for the episode after that anyway, just to give Harry the thrill?
Oh, please.
Yes. we should. We absolutely should.
Okay, great. Can you stream that to us?
I can do this.
Because
I have
everything's
this
fucked
responsibility. I'm capable of it.
Thank you.
Sorry, that was the sound of
Okay.
me sitting up.
Wait.
Okay.
I can't see it yet. Hang on. Discord, can you fucking...
I'm waiting.
Yes.
Okay. I can see it. We can see
Yay,
it.
yay, yay.
Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yes, I need to sit in front of the microphone again. Okay, hello.
Hi.
I'm gonna hit this button.
Yes, yes, yes.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Nope, can't do this one.
No, our first repeat. Our first real repeat.
First
Wild.
repeat. First repeat. Do I hit it again? Also, you get to see how fucked up the fucking
Weird.
vertical orientation is on some of these images. Just because they're not long enough. They're not wide enough to...
Weird. Anyway.
Weird. Big money, no whammies. Big money, no whammies.
money,
Give
no
me a
whammies?
human.
Fuck me.
Silence.
I guess we'll just fucking die.
Hey,
The thing is that I'm just really tired, and I've just been in a lot of
just
pain.
feel like an animal.
I just feel like an animal.
Like an animal.
It's okay.
We'll get through this together.
Good luck.
No,
You can guess what character we just rolled by going to soul-mates-podcast on co-host and putting it in the ask box, to which I will not respond.
To which Ash will respond with the word smile.
I will. That's my favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
わわ一族ん中でも最高の狩人だはんで、麻雀でも絶対負けね。